Snake Mountain.
Yeah, we went to Snake Mountain. We originally went to the Goblin Camp of the Antbiter tribe to get the medallion for Vorn, a statue which the locals and the primitive folk, like the Antbiter tribe, worshipped as a living god on this floating island of Chult, which is called Upper Fandriel, in the land or continent of Orin in the world of Zen. You guys found the medallion by coercing the coercing the woman, I guess, and the queen of the Antbiter tribe, and getting the medallion from her. And then you guys went back, powered up Vorn, who's a very powerful. I thought I actually bought his model.
Chef's finest moment. Sorry, coercing the queen.
I thought I bought the model. Let me get him.
I can send you the model again.
I thought I bought the model for Warren. I just have a lot of models here. There he is.
All right.
Here's his new model. Now we need to make him bigger, because he is a large creature.
Yeah.
Boom, like this. So this model,
holy shit,
this was made by Scratch, actually. Let's give him. Oh, I'm gonna give him permission to Shags and Steve and Fallen. So when a player like Scratch who doesn't have Tailspire, I kind of can give them permission to the other players too to control that model, to give access to that, so you guys can do that. Let's make him also a unique model. Oh boy. You can also set Thorin. You can also set a threshold too on your mic, or if the kid starts yelling or something, right? Yeah, you can just mute. You can self-mute, which is something a lot of players do. But I have like a threshold thing where it goes over my bandwidth. You guys found the medallion.
I've got a filter, but when she gets loud,
yeah, for sure.
I just have to mute. Most of she's cried a few times. You guys haven't heard it. She just got loud enough there that it actually made it through.
It's not a big deal. It happens. Basically, you guys found the amulet for Vorn, which was originally worn by Steve's character. Yeah, a little echo there, Scratch.
What was that?
Got a little feedback there, Scratch.
Yeah, my neighbor flushed his toilet.
You guys, so Steve gave the amulet over to Scratch, and Scratch now, whoever wears the amulet is able to control the Shield Guardian, an ancient guardian mostly used by powerful wizards, somehow lost in the land of Chult. Maybe by another wizard who is searching for the death curse. You guys then continued going to Orin Lungo, because Orin Lungo was a place where Azuka Stormfang, which was the previous guide, had told you to go. The guide had said that this was a place where the Spirit Guardian is, that maybe could tell you more about the death curse, or give you some more information about the death curse, or lead you in a more concise direction. The temple of Orin Lungo is very mysterious, right, Rune? The time around the temple shifts. The sun is up one moment and down the next. And it's just a weird place. Like, there's snakes and twingas that are about the whole temple. And there was almost like a series of riddles or steps to actually, quote-unquote, walk the path to meet the Spirit Guardian of Saja. That is her name. And that's kind of where we left off. Am I missing anything, guys? Or,
Didn't we climb in and the snake started attacking us or something?
No, the snake has not attacked you.
You just want to kill it. You want a reason.
No, I want the control to the shield guardian so I can have the shield guardian stomp on you.
I think you'll be alright.
You know what? You can kill everyone except me. As long as it's not me, I'm fine.
Actually, you know,
Scratch isn't gonna hurt his friends.
eating
No,
snake is good
definitely
for
not.
eating snake is good for stamina. Good for staminas.
I would disagree with that. Seeing as I had a paralytic shock or something, my body just stopped working for a few minutes there. I think I died or something. I'll be alright.
Do you have any stacks of exhaustion, Scratch?
No, I didn't actually die. I was just
Did you fall
at
unconscious?
1 HP before someone got me. Yeah, I failed the wisdom save or something.
Okay, cool. When a character can't show up, they just kind of fade out into the background, guys. I don't try to control you when you're not here and stuff like that. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Thorin, did I miss anything? You want to add anything, Thorin? Before we begin?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Thorin thinks everybody's crazy in this party. That's what he thinks.
Thorin is our new dwarf. Here's his new model, by the way. Kind of looks sweet. You still look like a mustache.
Cool.
That's a big chin strap.
Pretty awesome. Hanging lamps illuminate the room, while incense burners fit it with exotic scents and curling smoke. Cushions and red mats cover the floor. Pots of blooming flowers line the plastered walls, and singing birds flit from plant to plant. It's kind of an unusual place, right, Rune? An immense snake with iridescent scales rests on a heap of cushion. Opposite the doorway, it rises slowly to a height of about 5 feet, staring directly into your eyes. As it moves, its face is remarkably human-like, and its tongue flicked before its feet. I am Snaja Nazabaz. What you see in this ancient place, be truly There's 2 other guys here. One is carrying the Ring of Winter that you saw the Frost Giants talk about when you encountered them. The other, he has a companion, like a little lizard.
I need to get that ring, right?
Are these the people you were speaking about? Yes. The snake's there.
We need to get that ring, right? If I remember correctly.
What is the snake's game? How do you say the snake's name again?
Saja?
Saja? Okay.
This is what the snake looks like. This is kind of like another picture of the face of the snake.
Hello, Saja.
Oh.
It's nice to meet you. We're all adventurers trying to end the death curse. Honestly, I'm just here trying to save my friends who taught me how to be a druid, so that's why I'm here. And the guy that was with us, Azaka, told us if we were good people, you are a good god, and you would probably help us out in some way, shape, or form.
Maybe you can speak to it on snake.
Hey!
Zaka was a very excellent follower. She walks the true path. Yes, I have also come for your wisdom, Sasha, to discover the meaning of the death curse. It seems like our fates are intertwined. He looks over to the group. Artist.
Well, since we have to be honest, because we have to respect the gods' realm, there are frost giants after you, just for your information.
All right, they're looking for that cold ring or whatever it was that you got on your finger right there.
The ring of winter, which he has, a thin layer of frost coats the outside of the ring, which beneath its frost appears to be solid gold.
Yeah, that's the one.
This ring is not meant for you.
Oh yeah, the giant said that too. That's kind of weird. Deja vu.
He looks over at Sasha and he says, he just like kind of waits and he says, "You were saying?" I was saying, long ago, in an age the mortals have forgotten, a paladin, Ras Nsi, who was chosen by Komis in the First Age, a sworn protector of Misro. Ras Nsi became tempted by the one who does not speak, and was convinced the gods he served would not reveal the knowledge of good and evil, so he may do good works, healing the sick, aiding the downtrodden of Chult.
That sounds like my cousin, the one who cannot speak.
Man, this is getting biblical.
When the great fires of Zin came, he asked the 3 questions to the gods above, and only silence was heard below. The first question: Komis, God of all that's good, why are you so angry to have Lunir, your brother, flood our faithful's lands? The second question: Komita, goddess of wonder, why do you let Idris rain fire from below? Do you not know how to seal the earth? Edius, god of travels, are you not everywhere? Can you not see the evil that men have wrought? Silence, dismissal is all Ras Nsi heard from the gods above.
Those are some pretty deep questions.
the smell of, like, you see these braziers in the room here, and like these cushions and things. There's strange senses that permeate the air. You breathe them in, Rune.
Oh god, she's gonna drug us.
Sure, why not? I don't think it's drugging. I think it's probably like, psychoactive drugs. So basically, like, we'll start seeing visions or something.
You see something. This is what you see. These was stripped of these powers of given to him by the gods. He is cursed forever.
Who's a what?
What's goblin?
And
Well,
he
yeah.
needs some wood. Some
Move
big
your
enchanted
model
wood.
forward, chef. Oh, you have control over him. Yay!
Yay.
May the blessings of the great jungle. You have inspiration. Until you use it, right?
He will offer some food for the god out of respect.
You put it down and like the room goes like strangely dark as you bend down, and then as you come back up the room illuminates again. Something is wrong, chef.
I think you did that right.
I'm only
Mental
talking.
attack.
It only happens for chef. So chef is the only one who notices it unless he relays it.
Okay.
Okay.
Is Sasha still around or no?
Yes. It only happens for like a moment. Something is wrong.
I think something is wrong. It's this weird ambient feeling after.
I don't know if a snake would really like that. Artist says. What did you put down as your meal?
Like,
I think these things would probably eat rats. Or maybe goblins.
well, I thought some meat that we got recently. I used the delicacy of I used one of these rare fish that I fished out a very long time ago. Keep them fresh with my spell frostbite, and but it was a good offer as a fish to do.
Oh.
You always have to show God's respect. As a druid, I respect nature, and well, she's nature itself. She's a snake deity, to my knowledge.
He looks over at the dwarf. Why are you here? Artist says.
I come to find a way to defeat the evil in the land.
Excellent.
Boo.
We should travel together then. What is your name?
My name is Thorin. Thorin Iron Fist.
I am Artis. He does like a little bow.
I bow back to him.
Do we travel to Olmo? This lost city which the spirit speaks about? He comes up to you. His little friend, like his little reptile friend, comes up to him.
I look over his I guess I wouldn't say shoulders since I'm shorter than him. I look over to the side to make eye contact with the other kobold. I just kind of wave.
He's not really like a kobold. I mean, I guess he's kind of like a kobold. He's like some weird looking kobold though.
I would
And
love for you to accompany
as Scratch, like you try to wave to him, he goes. He just like kind of clicks at you.
Ooh. Sorry.
Scratch.
That's true.
Scratch his butt. Scratch.
What?
Your,
What I do?
your gift like the cooler model with the wings and stuff.
I find it really odd.
This is a friend I've met. We are also searching for the cause of the death curse and seek to do good in the land. His name is Dragonbait.
Welcome, Dragonbait.
Hello, friend of friend.
Dragonbait. Sounds like a name that's quite useful. Especially if we meet any dragons.
Yeah, I actually used to know a dragon bait back in my day. He got ate by a bear.
Chef Spore will clear up his voice and then speak in Draconic, thinking that he doesn't understand Common. Hello, Dragon Bait. Nice to meet you.
I just
Like,
kind
kinda
of,
clicks
I
back
just
at
kind
you.
of side eye him. I'm like, huh?
Yes, it takes a while to understand what Dragonbait is saying, but, you know, he says a few clicks to his mouth and he just said hello to you.
So he doesn't speak Draconic.
He doesn't speak anything, looks like. Maybe sign language.
To be protected, master.
Yeah. A real dragon would need protection. They protect themselves.
Well, Scratch, if you were a real dragon, that means I could never cook for you, and you would probably not have met us. As he points to the party.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody has a dream, right? My dream is I want to be big and strong, like a dragon, one day. I don't know.
I think that's an admirable dream. Mine is just to be a chef. My goal is to cook for everyone and everything.
I thought you were already a chef.
Well, a more refined chef, you know? Like, have my own restaurant instead of just
You mean
being
like-
hired.
You mean
Going
like
to-
not cooking in a swamp?
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
You know,
yeah, that seems like a reasonable goal. Easily attainable. You just gotta walk out of the swamp.
Mhm.
But I mean, mine, like I said at the beginning, mine's kind of unreasonable. I've been told that by everybody in my my little tribe back before I left home. They always said I was stupid. So I don't know. I just kind of thought that the big flying snake god thing would have given me a better answer.
Well, actually, since we are near, since we only can speak truths,
The world is full of wonder and amazement. Those who are anything is possible. Are you the hero? Or
Huh. Yes.
and anything is possible?
Did we need to get the Ring of Winter back out of curiosity to these giants? Was that one of our side goals?
The giants want the ring for their own purpose. It is not theirs to claim. It is no one's. If the ring falls into the wrong hands, it will be terrible.
Yeah, ain't that thing like evil or something? I think I read that somewhere.
I do not know.
Giants are always good. Didn't you know that?
That was a lie. I also lied at some point to those giants. So I was.
I had no intention to stay loyal to those giants.
She wants
Giants
you to
are
play
not-
with her.
Regulars of mine, like I've served many nobles and rich people. I
Go
served
take her out
for-
back and let her bounce on the trampoline for a little bit. See if that gets her relaxed for a minute.
I'm just gonna mute Thor in there for a second.
So, Sasha, it's okay if I look at your offerings and see if there's a magical trinket that I could use to end the death curse. I promise to return it.
I do not know what is causing this death curse, but I suspect Ras Nsi is behind it. For he was a servant of the Mouthless one and a general of the undead. He is at the lost city of Homa.
Spooky.
I'm gonna leave an offering to Saja. I'll be like, Here's an offering of gold. Thank you for all your wisdom, and I'm gonna leave 50 gold pieces.
Wow, you're a rich guy, man. you just you let Saja double the amount of gold pieces that I have in my pocket.
Well, Chef Sports is trying to like find something to actually benefit them for the curse.
May the blessings.
I don't think there is anything that could benefit from this curse, because if it's run by this deity, right, we have to stop it from being raised, otherwise we're kind of screwed. I mean, it's as simple as that, right?
All we gotta do is kill a god? Easy.
Yeah.
It reaches those all the time.
Yeah, easy peasy, right?
Easy peasy lemon squeezed in my eye.
Well,
But especially since we have the god of seduction here, it should be no problem, man.
And
I am
more.
not
It's
the
a
god
god.
of production.
We can
I'm
practice.
just
We
trying
can
to make
practice
sure.
necrophilia. You know, get it done.
Wait a second, Sasha. Am I dead or am I alive?
Huh? Why are you dead?
You are alive.
See, it's not necrophilia.
What does necrophilia have to do with you be dead?
I don't think that's how that works.
Necrophilia is people that like doing it with corpses. It's got nothing to do with anything being dead.
Centaur, you have to speak slow. This one seems to not understand your jokes.
Hmm.
Oh well.
This conversation has gotten a little uncomfortable for me.
Well, since there's probably nothing that we could grab from the loot that's hanging around with all these weapons.
Not unless we plan on fighting, and I don't think it's a good idea.
I can't take another dragon's horde. That's messed up.
I
We
agree.
weren't gonna take
It's messed up.
I was just going to try to look for a sickle or something better than mine, so we can actually get rid of the death curse. But if we can't, let's just get out of here, recover our losses, and go to the place
I
that
have to go back to the snakes.
Before we leave, I'm gonna walk up to Saja and be like, "Is there any items that you have that may help us on our journey?"
Music?
Saja isn't answering. She's like, I do, but I'm not going to give it to you.
Right? Saja's in deep contemplation right now.
Yeah, it's like, born, I have some, but I'm not going to give it to you.
Give me a second.
I don't know how powerful these beings are, but if they think we can take out a deity, we can take them out and just take all their stuff. I mean, technically.
Right.
I mean, we got our own god right here, and he's 20 feet tall.
That's true. That he's kind of like the mouthless one too. He can't talk.
And he's got a great sense of humor.
Indeed. He is very good at the punch in the gut jokes.
Yep. You're still not a dragon.
You have to keep telling me that.
Dwarf.
Maybe.
Of Thorin. What gods do you?
But God, I believe in the god of travel.
Believe
Nature.
Yes, the one who takes souls.
The one who wanders. Yeah.
I believe that the gods exist.
I believe in Tempest, the god of war that goes out and defeats evil.
Hey, cool. See, he believes in the god of war, so we just have to beat everybody up in our way, including you guys.
Well, I believe in nature.
Nope. Back to thinking.
What was that? You believe in nature? Is that what you said?
Yes, nature.
I think there's a god of nature, isn't there?
Many
There's
gods.
a lot of gods in nature. You gotta be a lot more specific than that.
Thorn rolls a d20.
I roll a d20.
Yep.
Awesome. He gets a plus 12, right?
Oh my god. A 1.
Oh, no.
It could turn out to be the exact. It could turn out to be the positive.
Right?
Who knows? Who knows? I mean, it could be like the natural 20 of this list.
That's the first roll of tonight, and
Hey, that just means you sucked all the bad luck in that one roll.
basically.
She starts to
that's
like.
not usually what it...
She starts to cast a spell. What do you guys do?
Huh?
She
you
She's
casting a
Sasha
spell?
begins to cast a spell. What do you guys do?
Cast a spell at whom?
Is-
Or is it she casting a spell at somebody, or just the casting a spell?
Is there a way
I
that
get
we
down
can-
to one knee, hoping for a blessing.
Is there a way that I could determine what spell she's casting just by the words she's saying?
Yeah, use Arcana.
All right.
Everyone rolled in that one today.
Natural 20, baby.
It appears to be so the DC. What I determine, like you're trying to identify the spell being cast, is 10 plus spell level.
Right.
It appears to be a guy spell with a contingency attached to it.
Ooh. That's expensive.
What do you do?
I'm trying to figure that is that a self-casted? Is she casting that on herself, or is she about to cast that on one of us?
Unknown.
I get a little bit closer behind Vorn.
I take a couple of steps back since I don't really. Can we roll Arcana to find out what the hell it is?
He just did.
I just did.
Right.
That's
And what is it?
Guys with a contingency attached.
Guys? You mean like a spell, disguise spell, or what's a guise?
Let me actually look it up real quick. Hold on.
May the blessings of Shirian be proven by you, Thorin of the clan of... What's your clan?
I don't have a clan.
Make one up.
Clan Killer.
How is that spelled? Is it G?
Clan One Ball.
Clan One Ball?
One ball. Clan One Ball.
One Ball like
It's even
Tupac? Oh,
That
geez.
is such a horrible name. Are you
We're
okay?
keeping it. It's hilarious and we're keeping it.
Keeping it.
Oh
Clan,
no!
The greatest
Oh.
Warren clan name ever. The Clan of One Ball.
Oh my God! No!
May you...
Not two balls, but one ball.
Shirian, the god of war, that your faith true, and you will receive. You cast a guy spell on you. You have to. How it works is, you have to. The guys works as such that she wants you to prove and do something great.
Okay.
Once you do something great, you receive a boon. Okay, so there's these things called supernatural boons, and there's a subsection of this called it's a supernatural charm. I guess
Okay.
it's a lesser version of a boon. A boon is something like a level 20 character would get.
Ooh.
A charm. How I'm reading this, you'd receive something called Charm of the Slayer. But you have to get it's like based on a contingency.
Okay,
that
so I have
you-
to do something badass, basically.
Exactly, like that's something that the god of war would be proven to see.
Okay,
fit.
got it.
You need to start a war between like 5 different factions.
I know you said a god's name, but Shirian is the name of the god of war. So that's
Ashurian? Okay.
I'm gonna try to pull him up for you. This is something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about this particular. Let's go into background.
There you go, bud.
Character.
What do you guys do? Artist looks over
That was
at
cool.
Artist looks over at Saja and says, "Is it true? Can we stop the death curse, though?" She looks over at Scratch, who is hiding behind Thorin, and she asks Scratch, "Can you unbind a god?"
I didn't actually hear that.
Can
Could
you
repeat that?
unbind a god?
Can I unbind a god?
Yes.
Can I unbind a god? Yes. Yes. Yes.
And yes. She looks back over at Artis. Artis like kind of nods a little bit. What do you guys do? Chef rolls a d20.
Chef, roll a d20.
Chef rolls a d20.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Together one by one.
Well, I mean, he rolled the natural one, but he still got the supernatural part. I'm sure you're fine.
Who knows?
A 7?
That's better than a 1.
You
Better than a 1.
receive the charm of the Traveler's Haven. She blessed. So you, Thorin also has inspiration as well, right? You know what inspiration is, Thorin?
Uh-huh.
Okay. The charm, you receive something called Charm of the Traveler's Haven.
Charm of the Traveler's Haven.
I'm talking to Chef Spore.
Got it.
There it is. You can cast Lehman's Tiny Hut up to 3 times.
Oh, cool. Tiny hut. We could just hang out in there. You know, this,
Yeah, that's a full-size house for me.
Yeah, no watch. You don't have to do watches.
Let me
You
add
kinda
that to my
cramped, though.
character sheet.
It won't be cramped, you know. Myself and the, I don't know.
Thorin sleeps outside.
I am too big for this hut.
Why are you too big for this hut?
Will you sleep outside with me, master?
Yeah, sure. I feel safer with you anyways.
He leans down and kind of puts his hand on you. It's kind of a little rough, but then it just stops, the gears stop. And he says, "Yes."
Yes. Yes.
Is there some kind of whenever those two got their magic charms, whatever you called that, was there some kind of visual effect happening around them, or was it mostly just her talking and they felt something?
Yeah, they feel I'll say there's a visual effect. I mean, it's part D&D, man. There's stuff happening, and some of it's in your imagination. I like that.
Okay.
Words are spoken, power is released, and the blessings of the gods are upon you.
Be next.
What do you do? Scratch.
Can I get a blessing?
What god you serve to unbind another?
It's actually kind of a funny story that, so, all kobolds have a god, and his name is Cthulhumak. And he's kind of stuck because the gnome god, I forgot his name, he kind of trapped him in a maze. So we're trying to get him out of that maze, but we don't know where the maze is, so we just kind of keep throwing magic items on a idol. So I guess he'd be my god.
God of mazes and stuff.
No, he's actually he gave life to kobolds by teaching them how to survive through the arts of stealing, looting, and pillaging. However, kobold, gnome god didn't like him and decided to trick him, and now he's trapped in an infinite maze and can't get out. And kobolds keep offering magic items to try to help give him power to get out of that maze, but he's still stuck. So that's also the origin of why kobolds instinctually hate gnomes.
Roll a d20.
Kobolds instinctually hate gnomes.
Yeah, so if Scratch sees a gnome, you better hold him back.
That's okay. I'll let you kill him.
Oh.
I'm gonna get some coffee. Hold on a second. So they're not gonna give us the rings.
Do you serve? You strange chair from below. And I'm trying to figure out a good gift to give you.
No, you're all right.
You see, you're given the blessing. What does it look like when she blesses you?
Kind of like a fire lights behind his eyes.
Fire lights behind his eyes and your tongue, and a fire in the belly as you receive this kind of weird gift. You can you spit up a frog as an action. The frog understands you and obeys your commands. Once you use this 3 times, the charm goes away.
This is the best one.
Did a frog just come out of my mouth? That's hilarious.
I like this thought.
Hey,
I
you
like
should-
this
you
thought.
should
It
call
has a
me-
sense of humor.
You should
You
call
know,
it Kermit.
I wish that this guy was a god of food. I would totally worship it.
So, what was the charm?
I just linked it in there. It's called Charm of the Swollen Hag.
Charm of the swollen hag.
Swollen hag. Okay.
What do you guys do?
I'm a little mortified right now.
Well, thank you for your blessings. We will use them the right way, and we're going to get rid of the maskless one for you.
He just hisses back at you.
If I didn't use all my wild shapes, I would have turned into a snake.
Let the lovemaking begin.
But you feel real smart now, huh?
No! Chest 4. What did you do this time? I seduced a god.
What did you say, Scratch?
Huh?
What did Scratch say? I missed it.
Oh no, he was just poking fun at him.
Okay.
It wasn't that important.
Alright, just get some.
If there's anything else,
Yeah, let's bring Kermit along.
if there's
Right,
anything
right.
else,
Actually, that was what I was going to name him.
I suggest we make our next course of action together, or we will have greater strength in numbers, I believe. Artist says. And by the account of the clan One Ball, we will be stronger together.
Yes, we will. One ball will thrive.
You will have to tell me the
But you-
legend of the name, maybe over tonight's fire.
He's coming along with us. He can go point, I guess.
I I like whenever I got that charm. It was that build up, like, oh my god, am I going to be able to breathe fire? And I spit out a frog.
Awesome, man. You should name the frog.
Oh my god!
You should name the frog One
That's
Tongue.
perfect.
You know,
That's
you have
perfect.
one ball and one tongue.
Shall we head out?
Oh my god!
Does Rune want to ask for a blessing of some kind?
Oh
No, I'm
really?
okay. I'm okay.
You don't want to spit out some frogs out of your mouth or maybe out of your ass?
Hell
or
yeah!
something?
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Give him a fit in the leg.
Nah, I'm gonna work on my blood concoctions. I'm gonna start turning myself into a madman.
Give him another set of legs.
Artist says, "Your gift of wisdom is blessing enough." Sasha, thank you. He bows and Artist begins to leave. What do you guys do?
Follow
I hope
artists.
we follow.
You guys are following him?
Yeah.
The leader.
Yeah, let him lead and become the red security guy in Star Trek.
The red shirt?
Yeah.
Hilarious. After you guys leave, so we're going back to kind of theater of the mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
After you guys leave the shrine, nothing you can do changes.
I'd like to work on a couple of formulas by time. I'd like to add, since I've got celerity and shielded, I want to do put potency in there, permeable as well.
Yep,
Just
give
have
me
the whole range.
Yep, give me a second. You guys notice it's dawn the next day once you leave. Like the time has passed somehow strangely. And as you leave the temple, chef, and look back into the chamber, right as you leave, it's kind of like dark the way you saw it. She's not there. And the temple itself, like all the chawingas are gone. The snakes and the traps, as you guys leave the temple, are no longer there, right? And the temple is just someplace old, forgotten. What do you guys do?
So temple that time forgot.
I look back
Wait a
and
second. Wait a second.
was this a
Let's
dream?
look in-
Yes,
I'm
the
gonna
land
look
that time
inside.
forgot.
I'm gonna look inside. I'm gonna look inside where the god was and see if.
See if you loot the treasure.
How dare you accuse me of looting the treasure? No, yes, we're looting treasure.
You look down and you guys see all those blue tulips that you guys used to enter. They're all blooming on the ground at the very bottom.
Ah,
You look back, like I said, inside, Chef. The chamber is empty. It's dark. The braziers are unlit. The braziers aren't even there. It's like a dusty old place, kind of like the other temple you guys went to, right? Where you guys found the alchemy jug, someplace forgotten.
Nothing special at all.
The gold that was glimmering in here, the pillows and the rugs, the fine senses, gone.
I knew I should have looted it. Grr.
hey, show some respect to the dragon thing, snake lady. I'm not sure what that was.
Well,
Can I-
I was trying to make sure that it wasn't gonna go to waste.
Can I take a handful of those flowers with me?
Yeah, add that to your sheet.
Okay.
They're called blue tulips.
Blue tulips, got it.
It's dawn the next day. Time, for some reason, Rune has slipped past. It's strange. He says, and Artist says to you, Rune, he says, strange. We had just arrived in, and you followed in behind us. Naja said that there was more spirits to come, and you came.
I don't really know what that means, but
He said, he looks down at the ring, someone to help find my wife.
what does your wife look like?
He and Dragon Bait goes, kind of clicks a little bit. And Artist
That looks like dragon bait.
Artist looks down though at his ring a little bit and kind of like some saws. dead.
Sorry, she's dead? Is that what you said? So why do we have to look for her if she's dead? I'm a little confused now.
Did you not hear anything? We end the death curse, we can bring her back.
So you want to reverse the undead procedure, is that correct?
I don't know.
Assuming it's
What you're talking
even
about.
possible alchemically or magically, right?
Have you ever met a woman so beautiful and fair?
No, but I've met some horses that look pretty good.
Well,
The fuck?
I don't even want to think about it, to be honest.
But have you ever met a woman so fair? Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, that was all I was going to say, and then you started talking about horses, and then that mental image popped into my head, and I got a little disgusted.
Oh, should I tell him about the story about how we got the
No!
giant?
Hey, what was that? Oh crap! What was the character that we had? That was the noble lady. I can't remember the name of the character all of a sudden.
You talking about the
You're
guide, the scout?
No, you remember when the beginning of the campaign before one of us dropped out? She had some sort of noble lady character.
Yeah.
Noble elf
Oh,
character.
yeah. She was a very nice half elf. She witnessed the magical intimacy between goblins.
Yeah, it was Lysarin, wasn't it?
Yeah. So was your wife as pretty as Sarin? Is that what the name is? Sarin? Describing Sarin to him.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Damn it, I forgot her name. It's because I want to call her Lysanther.
Save it.
I want to call her Lysanther because that was her old character name, and she became the Witch King, or the Witch Queen. So, what are you asking about that, Rune?
No, I'm just basically making a comment. Hey, is your wife as pretty as this person?
It was fair. It was taken too soon. And I ask for a favor of you.
Okay.
Before we go to Omo, can we go see her grave before we travel there?
See her grave?
Yes.
Is her body there so she can rise or something, or what's the deal?
Might be the last time I see her if we go.
Is it out of our way? Is it out of our way, or is it sort of along the way?
Well, apparently this general of the Mouthless one is in the city of Omo. And
Right. So, is she in the city of Oma then?
no, she is not. She is to the east of here.
So it's in the opposite direction, right? Almost to the south, and your wife is to the east. So we have to kind of go around, don't we?
Yes.
I'm
but
I'm
it shouldn't
okay
be
with
not
it.
It shouldn't be a problem if we can travel together.
Wasn't the City of Wonders to the east? I mean, is that somewhere we need to go?
The city of Mambala?
Yeah, whatever it was. I can't remember the name of the city, but yeah, the City of Wonderful Wonders.
Yes, it's rumored that at least that's what...
Misro, yeah.
What city are you
I
asking
mean, they
about?
went to a city? Oh, boy!
I wrote down City of Misrol, the City of Wonders, and I thought that maybe it'd be an interesting place to visit. But then the City of Omo came up, and it sounded like a more interesting city where we can get killed trying to stop the raising of an undead deity, the Mouthless one. So we have our choices, you know? Right, Scratchy?
Ah, what? I think we're going to a city. I'm happy.
Oh, we're going to a cemetery first, according to this guy. We'll go to a cemetery, and then we
Right.
go to a city. So it's
Oh.
kind of a weird one, but yeah,
Yep.
sure, why not? Let's go visit your wife, and if she does rise as an undead, we're gonna have to put her down, just so you know.
My wife is at Misro.
But your wife is at Misro, so we just said.
Yes.
Okay, sure, why not? Let's go to Misro, the city of wonders and wonders.
Oh, boy, that sounds like fun!
She was a paladin there
Minus
along.
I
Minus
can
the
guarantee
dead wife
my
part.
wife will come back.
I heard she was a
Another
paladin.
problem.
Sorry, she was a paladin of what?
She was a paladin a long time ago there, but now Misro is nothing but ruins. It was destroyed
okay.
during the Great War between, I'm assuming, what the Saja was talking about.
There's so many sad stories.
I'm just excited to get
Well, I'm
going.
glad we have one ball here to cheer us up.
Why are we laughing?
Yeah, we're all gonna join the One Ball clan because I think his clan's scattered throughout the universe.
I am here to join one ball myself. And
Yeah, we're all
Dragon Bay
honorary.
goes,
Yeah, we're all honorary members of the One Ball clan. Right, War?
Oh no! I didn't
Wish
sign
I-
up for that.
I think in order to become a member of the One Ball clan, we have to go through a certain type of ball circumcision. You know,
There's a
One
special
ball.
ritual that must take place before you can become a member of one ball.
Scratch just frantically cups his, private area and just collapses to the ground like, no.
No,
I reach
but
for
it-
this small pouch on my thing and I kind of pull it out, and you have to keep this keepsake with you at all times. And then I put it back on my pouch. I don't tell anyone what it is, though.
So,
People
how far
are
is it?
insane.
How far is it to the city of Misro?
Yeah, what's
Maybe
the
a couple
distance we're
weeks.
traveling?
Oh crap, that's a long distance. Do we have enough food?
I don't know. I have about 10 days rations. Figured we could
Yeah.
afford.
I know how to cook.
So
I need, I need,
I can't mark it on the map right away, guys. Takes me I usually do it after the session. Olmo is south of here. It's probably about, let me look at my map here. It is about 20 days south of here.
but if we
Nice.
go to Omo first, visit her grave, and then go, sorry, not Omo, Misro first, and then go to Omo, how long would that take total?
We could hire a carriage
You can't.
Yeah,
if
but
we
there's
get to a
nothing-
city that's close.
So
You look
Misro is this
around like
ruined city.
Scratch. This is like you're
We're in the middle of
bush.
nowhere. Yeah, there you
You're
go.
like
Well,
in the-
I know that. I mean, like at a city, like we can hire
No, no,
a
but
carriage at a
Misro
city to
is
take
a-
us from one city to another. I mean,
Artist
No, the
says-
problem is-
Artist kind of goes like this. He's like, it is pretty dangerous. Apparently the pirates have been raiding. But we could take one of the flying ships and travel to Omo if we wish to speed things up. But
Flying boats?
the problem
That
is...
sounds like an idea.
The problem could be, though, Rune, that the pirates could attack the ship. So there is a risk.
Well,
I
that's
just
all
wanna
right.
be the pirate.
That's all right. You can handle it, right? I mean, you can just beat the crap out of them all by yourself. Pirates, no problem.
I mean,
Hey,
you
look.
do have a legendary artifact in myth.
He looks down at the ring. He's like, if I am fallen in battle, and the pirates get the ring, there's no amount of terror that could be wrought.
Oh, that's why
I
you
would
should
never let
probably-
that happen.
That's why you have
Mark
us
my
to help.
words, sir.
Yeah, you should probably have Vorn there, the head of our clan, hold it for safekeeping.
Are the warriors of One Ball powerful?
Yes, very powerful.
Yeah, they demonstrate their prowess by, completing the ritual of the One Ball. It's a very secret ritual that Vorn will introduce you to someday.
So you can actually, if you look at the public, the hexed out map, which I've shown you guys, Mesro is actually put on the map. I have put your party location of where you're at, and actually Mumbala is the other place that's kind of interesting. That was, I don't know if I talked about that at all, but so it's it's on the other side of Chart. Mesro, where Artist Cinder wants to go, Simbers is his name. Artist Simber wants to go. He wants to go to the exact opposite island of the Chult, and at the very at the very bottom of the island, called the Land of Ash and Smoke. At the very bottom, that's almost where Olmo is at. south. So it's really Artist wants to say goodbye. Maybe the last time to his wife. His wife's grave, at least.
And that's over at Mesro?
That's at Mesro. That's correct.
Okay.
That's
So
what I'm saying.
we're not crazy far off from Mesro then.
Each hex represents a day's travel.
Yeah, okay.
So 2 weeks to Mesro and 20 days to Omo. So essentially, I was just asking him if we go through Mesro, via Mesro to Omo, how long would that take in total? And that's when he came up with the idea of the airship, which he says might be attacked by pirates. But to be honest with you, attacked by pirates doesn't sound so bad.
So where do we have to go to get to one of these airships that you speak?
We have to go back to Port Naranzaru.
Which is what?
If you look on the map, it's listed there. You see it's at the very far north.
Yeah, I know where. I see where it's at. I'm trying to think of how many days that looks.
You see where I put Vorn, and then I also put Yell Yark, which was the Goblin tribe. The Goblin tribe is fast on the hunt around that area looking for Chef.
What did I do?
I think I'm going to affect the Kentucky accent of Justified for my character.
Seems like it's going to take us longer to go all the way back to Port Nazaro just to get an airship to go down to Messin. How fast are we traveling the airship?
The airship's quite fast, actually. I mean, it'll probably
And it
just
has
keep
no
moving.
obstacles.
How many
Right.
how
There's
many
nothing.
tiles per day on an airship?
We'll say it can do it in 2 days.
See, we cut 28 days. And on top of that, we got to go visit this wonderful grave of this beautiful woman who might
All
be
right.
resurrected as some sort of weird undead creature,
All
which
right,
we
well,
might have to.
let's do it. Airship away.
Let's go. And that way we can go to the city because apparently Scratch wants to do something there. I'm not really sure what.
But
What
we
do
got to
you mean to
worry
the
about
city?
these goblins. What is that? That's hunting somebody.
What goblins? What are you
You
talking about?
said something about somebody's hunting
Oh,
someone.
yeah, the
Scratch,
ship's
I
port, he did the do with the goblin chiefess, and now they want child support.
The child support.
Yeah, they wanted
Oh,
child
also
support.
we stole their god.
I think that's Chef's problem. I don't think we need to really worry about that. Chef will
Well, we
provide.
don't know
You're on
if they're
your
so
own,
mad
Chef.
about that. They think that we're God touched, so we don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
if my children are born yet or not. We don't know what's going on.
So maybe we could bring your children along and they could serve as cannon fodder in our little travel. What do you say?
That's not.
I say that you are a sociopathic maniac.
I mean, all that investment in children, they should pay back somehow, right?
No, we're not going to kill children today.
Well, I didn't say anything about killing children. I just said they'd serve as cannon fodder. It's not the same
And
thing.
right, yeah.
There are many powerful artifacts in Chult, hidden in ruins like these. I'm glad we were able to speak to the Spirit Guardian. But if we go to Omo, I don't know. We should be ready. Especially if this undead general is there.
I have advantage with any information regarding undead. So if I need to roll, let me know.
As we get closer to the city, we'll start rolling.
Okay.
I guess.
So let's
Well, I'm
go.
ready to start traveling. Let's get going.
Yeah, let's go back to the city and get ourselves a wonderful flying balloon.
I always wanted to know what it felt like flying.
How much will it cost to rent something like this? Cannot be cheap.
Well, Warren sounds pretty rich. I mean, he put down half my entire savings in that little, donation.
I do not know very many rich centaurs, and I do not know how rich the clan of One Ball is. But I don't
As
know.
I just told you, just put down double my entire life savings.
Well, we could always cook and try to earn more money, or well, we're all guys, so sadly we can't sell our bodies.
Hey, I'm happy to be very attractive.
Well, we may be able to do some deeds along the way to earn a few more coin.
And if it all fails, you know, I just kind of snap my fingers and Vorn steps up.
Yes.
No.
We could sell Vorn on the corner.
What? No, Vorn's my friend. I say it's just kind of.
No, I mean like for doing tasks, you know, special tasks.
I just kind of pat Vorn's knee. I'm like, I would never sell you.
No.
Whoever holds the amulet is my master.
Well, wait a second. I have an idea. So I could probably think of the most expensive wine, sell it for 5 gold pieces, right? Per cup. Use the alchemy jug to make a lot of money, saying this is very rare wine, and then I can refresh it every day, and we can make a bank of money.
Artist holds out his wine sack and he opens it up. He's like, "Can I try?"
Okay, let's see.
Dragon Bait
Same
opens
for
up his
me.
wine.
I love
Dragon
my
Bait
drink.
looks at his wine sack, you know, and he's like, he opens his up too.
Yep, Thorin is all in. He loves his drink.
Chef Swore will use the alchemy jug again to think of the most expensive wine ever,
What
and
is
then
it called?
pours it out.
Do you think we could
what
add some
Chardonnay,
blood
year or
into the
whatever?
wine?
Yeah.
I'd like
How
that.
about Chablis?
Chablis?
Yeah.
Is that the name of it?
Chablis.
It's now.
I think we should
canonical.
add some goblin blood into the wine to make it taste
I
better.
have a name for it. Let's call it Jamens Le Pois.
What?
Jamens Le Pois.
Stop
Lila
with your
fa, Lila
stop-
fa, Lila fa.
Yeah,
That's
stop
what
with
it's
your
called.
gnomish
Lila fa.
gnomish
I
Lila
found
nonsense.
it.
fa. The wine is called Lila fa.
Type it out in
Don't,
Discord.
don't call it some gnomish nonsense. Let's just keep it simple. Blood
That was
wine.
French.
I'm just saying it to the. I'm just saying it as a character. Gnomish nonsense.
No! What?
Well, I poured a wine so they can try it.
Where's the wine? Can you put it in Discord, as I said?
So
Let's
I'll tell you guys a few places and things that you guys have talked about going towards.
Mhm.
To the east is Mambala, which is
Okay.
A fallen city of some kind, some ruins. On the
Everything
very
seems
far
different now.
east, there's Mesro, where Artist wants to go to.
Right.
It's some ruins and stuff. It's past Firefinger. I didn't put it on the map, but Azaka did talk about. Remember those grungs that you encountered? There's a place called Dungrunglung, which is a place where all these
Dungrunglung?
grungs are at.
A Dungrungrung.
Dungrunglung. Also, there is
Dungrunglung.
Port Naranzaru, which you guys can use to hire maybe an airship
Okay.
and travel throughout Chong
The lands.
with greater speed, but there's always risk of a pirate attack.
I'm down for some pirate attacks.
Hey, we get to fight some pirates.
I was one of the many pirates.
Also, we might have to deal with goblins. I don't know. Maybe they think we're still gods and we're safe. And maybe Chef Spore doesn't have to seduce the Goblin Queen again.
You can seduce somebody else. We got plenty of people in the city. Port Naranzaro, is that right?
We headed
Port
to Port
Naranzaru.
Naranzaru? Artist
I
says.
believe so. We need to.
So
go
are we
get
right near
ourselves
Mabala
airship.
right now?
You're at Oranlungo right now.
I'm trying to.
Oranlungo. It's on,
Right.
like, sort of the
And
western
Mabala
part.
is real close, right? We were talking
Yeah,
about
it's
that one of
about
those little-
5 days away.
Yeah, it's a
And
fallen
that's-
city. We got fallen cities all over the place.
It's
But
6
fallen
days away.
cities may have loots for us, correct?
It's kind of off the way, out of the way, but it's not really in our main course, right? There's nothing we can find in what is it, the fallen city, right?
Well, looking at the map, it's like a day off of our course to Port Nazaru, right?
That's up to you guys. This
I
is
just
kind of
don't
like
know.
the adventure. You know, you guys can choose your own path.
Right,
whatever you
but
guys want.
I'm just curious, like according to the quest paths that we've been given, though, it's not really in that. I guess that path of stuff. So it'll be like a kind of a side mission. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah. Are you looking at the map?
No, I understand the map, but I'm just saying
Okay.
that.
Well, I
you
figured
just-
maybe do a little bit of side mission since we're missing one person tonight anyway. If we're gonna do something, not get too crazy with the main story.
Okay. All right.
You get what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah.
No problem.
To go out of character here just for a minute, you know.
No problemo. No, I
Do
was just
something to
curious.
keep us entertained, but not go too far without like having our full group available.
Yeah, we can do this.
Unless you guys are just like screw that and let's just haul ass to the storyline that you want.
I don't
if
think
you
we're gonna
re-
get.
If you refresh the map, guys, I just put
Uh-huh.
the Lost City of Omo. Kind of show you how
Okay.
far away it is.
Okay, way down there. Okay.
Scratch is just happy to be involved.
I mean, what do you guys' thoughts? I mean, that was my thought, but process. I don't know what.
I'll
Well,
also
and
put,
and if we
Drumlung
do
on
get-
there, too.
And if we do get treasure, and like if treasure does like benefit Willow, like we could be like, here, Willow, like. I don't mind doing
You put.
Holy
Sam.
crap. There's a whole mountain range called Kobold Mountains.
Yeah.
Say, where's the link for the map? Like, I seem to be unable to see it for some
I
reason.
linked it in Discord a little bit ago.
Discord
You'll
in
have to
our
scroll up a bit.
Tomb of
I had to
Annihilation
find
chat.
it.
No, I'm in Discord now, but which link is it? I've seen like five
World-
different links.
Look for the map. It was posted today at 4:28.
I'll link it again in a second. I'm going to link Drumlung in there too, guys, which was a place that Azak had told you guys about. I just, if you refresh the map as well, I just put Drumlung. It's at the base of that river there, past Firefinger.
Firefinger.
Oh, this is the original map. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, I don't want to give you guys the full map. I give you guys kind of so leave a little bit of mystery in there, guys, right?
Yeah. He's just putting stuff that we know so far.
Exactly.
Right. I like it. Keeps from knowing too much.
So funny. This is when my party actually stopped, because our guide actually betrayed us.
Oh,
We picked the one guide not to trust.
so we're going to what? Bavala? Is that what you just said?
I asked the question if we wouldn't mind maybe seeing if we can find some more loots and get some more money.
Yeah, I like that idea because we only have
Scratch loves loot.
because right
That's what
now
this big thing's for.
with what I have is that I have fish that can sell for 80 gold. I have 2 gems, and I need more spices because I'm starting to run out of spices for cooking. So regardless, we would have to go back to Port Nazaro so I could actually stock back up for ingredients.
Yeah. Well, our plan is going to Port Nazaro, right? We all agree for airship,
Yeah.
but we take detour to Mabala and then finish our way to Port Nazaro.
All righto. So all the members of One Ball say aye.
Aye.
Scratch absolutely refuses to participate in that thing.
Hey, Scratch, why don't you join my clan? We were the merchants.
No.
Straight up, no.
You don't even need to lose your ball.
We're not really losing balls. We're just teasing you.
I wouldn't lose my ball, but
Yeah,
I would lose my soul to capitalism.
Capitalism.
It's
We're just
not capitalism. It's just you are making sure you live long enough.
we're just screwing with you, Scratch. You don't have to lose anything. You just have to say aye.
And next thing I know, I wake up with one less testicle.
Nah, I don't think so. I wouldn't want to touch your testicle anyway.
Scratch. You know, if you don't have any testes, it means that you have no children. You know, something that I may accidentally have a child.
The
That's
great
not true.
Commander Braytak of One Ball has many children.
Yeah, that's not true. You can actually have a lot of children with one ball.
The last I heard, it was somewhere in the neighborhood of 12.
Right.
I'm concerned at the fact that you aren't aware of how many children you have.
Well, it's at least today in a baker's dozen, right?
No, that's
Baker's
not me.
dozen.
That's Commander Braytak of the One Ball clan. He was the original
Yeah.
god of One Ball.
I don't have any children.
I am equal parts interested and terrified.
I may have children.
How's your frog doing, Scratch? What you gonna name it? Kermit?
No.
You should name him Testes.
No.
You can have your little frog Kermit sing that Kermit song. What is it? You know, why are there so many songs about rainbows and what's on the other side?
Oh, man.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, so time for Mabala.
Mabala.
Almost sounds like the name for the guy Black Panther. Remember, Black Panther had some sort of name or something, Babenga or whatever.
I gotta hit the head. Give me a minute.
No problem. Hit the potty.
You guys are heading to Mambala, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go. So every day we have to make 3 rolls, right? First of all,
I'm going to do the concoctions. I think about.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that. So how do
Yeah.
you want to do it? You have the ingredients, correct?
Yeah, I'm just going to make the two. What the heck is it? The 2 ones I don't have.
Do you have advantage with nature?
Yeah, I
You
do.
So how it works is you have to make survival rolls to find nature rolls to find the ingredients, and then nature rolls to concoct the potion. The DC for you is always 10 for your mutagens. My question to you is, I know from last game you were searching for the reagents for these mutagens. Did you find them?
I thought we had them, to be honest with you.
Why don't you make the DC? Will say is also 10. You can make it with advantage as well, right? Because it's a nature roll, right?
Let's see. Oh crap!
You
Why
can
does it do that?
and then roll with that. Well,
Yeah, I tried to do the advantage, but for some reason it did it. Hold on a second.
fortunately for the centaur, you can't get low to the earth as easy. To like really look and see what it is.
18.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, we'll say you get it. Which one? You get reagents for one of the ingredients that you want to concoct. What do you want?
I want to do it for potency, I guess.
Okay, roll it up. You roll. Yep, there you go.
Exactly a 10.
So it only takes you something like 10 minutes to craft the mutagen. I think that's the way I put the rules around it. It's not something you can do in like the middle of combat, but it's something you can do. Like it doesn't take you like all day to do it, right? And you just need your alchemy supplies, I think, to do it as well. You successfully craft that mutagen. Is there anything else you want to craft?
Thank you. No, that's it. I mean, I was going to do 2, but that's
every
fine. We do
every day, it takes you an hour to look for reagents, but it only takes you 10 minutes to craft the potion, right? So you can do it as many times as you want per day. It just depends on what the group is going to do. The group can travel for 8 hours of the day, and if you travel the full day and then start doing that as well, you just have to roll con checks or take stacks of exhaustion. Okay, so that's kind of how some of the rules work behind that. I'm not going to be too hardcore about it, but that would be the hardcore rules behind it. What is the... who wants to take first watch?
That requires a high perception roll. Let's just figure out where I'm at. I'll take
Scratch
first
has
watch.
a very high perception roll.
I have a very high perception roll.
See, there you
I have
go.
a +9.
I have a +7.
Ah,
Scratch, do you want to... So how it happens if I roll a random encounter at night, I roll a d6. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and 5 and 6, right? For first, second, or third watch.
Right.
So it's all randomized. So who wants to take first watch?
I'll do it.
Scratch. Chef, you want to take second watch?
Yeah.
And then Rune, maybe third watch.
Yeah, I'll take third watch.
Now, how the hardcore rules work is depends on the encounter, of course, but at nighttime, even with dark vision, you have disadvantage on the roll, on perception rolls, right?
Mhm.
But also the creature, like I'm, if a random creature just stumbles onto you, it's not super easy. But like you saw, Rune got attacked by like a giant snake the other day. Like the forests of Chult are like teeming with life. It's a pure jungle. Artist Cinder is also in the group too. But again, like with NPCs and stuff like that, I sort of like I will play with them, but I really try to take a backseat with them. They're there. They're like companions. They're kind of like Vorn, right? He's in the initiative count. He does act as an ally on your guys' behalf, but obviously, like he tells you guys on the journey that, the ring is people are looking for the ring, like the Frost Giant. So, like for instance, if I roll in the random encounter and the Frost Giants pop in, they're gonna fight you guys.
Say, do we get the extra feat like in this campaign? Like I get confused sometimes.
So, are you talking about the 1D&D rules?
I don't know. Because normally you said people get an extra feat on top of the normal feat, so I get confused.
Well, how it works is with 1D&D, the way the background stuff works is you get a background feat.
Okay.
So depending on your background, you can have a custom background. I think your background was Wanderer, right?
My background is, I think, a hunter or bounty hunter. Let me double check. I can't remember. So
you have to. I can look it up real quick if you really are asking that question.
Yeah, I was just curious. My background is far traveler. I'm a traveler. I'm a wanderer. I wander around Kentucky looking for where rabbits.
So some of the backgrounds, like Far Traveler, they haven't even created it under the 1D&D system, so I did it myself. For instance, I gave the feat, which is kind of cool, called Magic Initiative Divine.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So
cleric spells.
Yeah. So you add that. You might be able to add that through the customization of it. And for instance, with Chef Spore, we gave him the Chef feat.
Cool.
As his level 1 feat. Scratch, did we give you a level 1 feat? I think we did. Did we? Do you understand what I'm talking about, guys? Is this like all crazy talk? Here's how it works, guys. This was a homebrew rule that a lot of DMs did. They gave level 1 characters a feat.
Oh.
And it's now what they've done in the 1D&D system is they've given players a feat based on the background they select. So they've incorporated this homebrew rule. It's a part of the game now that's kind of come out. Do you want to call it 1D&D or 6th edition? Whatever you guys want to call it.
Okay.
You guys understand what I'm talking about? I sometimes post this stuff in our Discord down below in the
yes, sir.
In the Wizards of the Coast official content section.
Yeah.
I use yourdnd.com to expand this and also include this. So
I mean, that's really helpful because now I can get guidance, so I can use guidance to help people's roles and stuff. That'll be easy. Cool. Guidance.
Yeah, and I think this was. I'll link that feat for you there.
Guidance.
And what's really cool is if you play a human, you still get an extra feat. Plus, you get a feat from your background. So as a level 1 human, you actually get 2 feats at level 1, which is kind of cool. And also, they're changing the way feats work. They're giving levels to feats and also making feats either repeatable or not repeatable.
So is there a list of these feats that we can...
I put them, again, some of this stuff was released in the UA recently from Wizards of the Coast. But I have created these feats a while back. I know by the end of the month, they have delayed the next release of the UA. But they are supposed to release this UA by the end of the month, apparently. So there might be more expansion upon these rules, including more feats and things like that.
Okay, feats.
Now, obviously, I think at level 4, you guys get another feat, right? So everybody should have 2 feet.
Okay.
This is
Yeah,
very
I
much
do.
by Rune. We're clarifying it, obviously, but it's okay. We're traveling
Okay,
east.
so
I got the rest order. Sorry, is there any other questions in regards to this? This is just like a
Nope.
rules
No.
thing.
nope,
No question.
nope.
Let us continue the adventure. Chef, are you okay?
Yeah, allergies.
Cool. All right, so how we do it is I make rolls on my end. I roll a d20 on an 18 or higher. So we're leaving right now around dawn. We left on dawn of the next day because the aura around Oranlungo, it was a strange place. Like, time was distorted. This strange spirit snake was there. But then when Chef looked back, it wasn't there. And we leave at dawn, basically, the next day. We have a full day's travel. I roll for morning, evening, when we're setting up camp, and now at night. When evening comes, though, someone makes a survival roll. Chef has been making this roll to determine if we get lost. If we get lost, we roll a d6. The natural 20 and natural 1. And also, for Thorin, Chef, and Scratch, you have inspiration until you want to use it, okay? Now, under the new inspiration rules, say Chef just rolled a natural 20, you would actually, this is something that's a little micromanaged on the players, but they would add inspiration on their own sheet. This inspiration goes away after a long rest. Cool?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to roll the last roll here. So day 1 is uneventful. So I'm also trying to keep track of the days stuff that you guys are traveling a little bit more.
Okay.
Because there's just a lot of dice rolling and stuff.
We're traveling down.
Oh my gosh.
So our inspiration is gone now that we're day 1 travel is over.
Your
correct?
this type of inspiration that has been blessed by the Spirit Guardian is permanent until you use it.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
This reminds
let's
me
also
of
give
bluegrass.
Rune. You also get it as well. You get inspiration as well. Okay.
I get inspiration like the Bluegrass Mountains of Kentucky. Thank you.
So I just rolled that. This is the second roll. Chef now needs to roll again on day 2 of 5. Travel to Mambala.
I'm so happy that I have someone helping me out because I roll like shit.
Traveling through these wonderful
Ooh,
jungles of
what's
Jolt
that?
reminds me of the wonderful bluegrass forest that I used to travel in. It's such a wonderful life.
You know, you need to teach me how to cook your delicacy, Mr. Centaur.
My delicacy is fried goblins, so I guess you can cook yourself.
No, I'm sorry, but I'm trying to end the death curse. I like living.
Oh, but aren't you a horse? Doesn't that mean you eat grass?
Nah, I'm only half horse, buddy. And besides, it could be half lion for all you know.
I
There
think
are
I have
half-lion
seen
centaurs.
him nibble a little bit on the grass, Scratch.
Yeah, especially the grass that gives you little psychoactive effects.
He was searching around for herbs, apparently.
Herbs. That's my herbs. I was searching around for herbs.
But at night I see him smoking the pipe. I'm glad he's not making the roll for us to get lost.
We're talking about drugs.
Yeah, yes. Centaurs are omnivores anywhere. And we probably pretty much eat anything.
I had a little bit of that pipe weed the other night, and I saw a frog leg come out of Scratch's mouth. It was the strangest damn thing.
That's right. Kermit the Frog.
The Scratch just kind of bursts, but it sounds like a frog croak.
So, tell us about a great dwarven stories about the clan of One Ball.
Oh, no, again.
As Artis beckons to be entertained on the walk by Thorin.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Can you tell us a great dwarven tale of some of your kin? Were you, did you happen to fight off the great battles?
Yeah, I'd like to hear that too, Thorn. Yeah, tell us the wonderful, great stories of One Ball kicking ass.
Chef, I might need another drink for him to tell me this story. You mind?
Of course, I will make the dwarf killer again.
I might need a few more drinks to get into my storytelling mode.
But I love
thinks of the
I
dwarf
love the meal you
killer.
cooked up for lunch, by the way, Chef. Absolutely
Oh,
fucking
thank
delicious.
you.
I'm on day 3. Chef needs a roll again.
Oh no, I have to roll. Oh no, let's see what
Or survival
happens.
roll, yeah.
Your
You're gonna
survival is
fail
pretty high,
eventually.
right?
The DC
Oh,
is
wait, hold on.
15.
I
He fails.
failed.
No. I give him guidance, so he gets an extra D4.
That's
I can give
well,
guidance
you
every
give
day.
you give him the inspiration, and then Chef have to use inspiration again. So you guys would both have to use the inspiration that you guys received on the blessing to cancel it out. Is that what you want to do?
No. I actually have. If I have magic initiate cleric, I can use guidance to give him.
So survival. This is like a roll that he's doing all day. Guidance takes
Okay.
concentration for 1 minute, and it can only be used over like something like over a minute, like something that's kind of instantaneous as a skill check. Even
Okay.
like a perception, like something like perception, Rune.
All right. Never mind that.
Yeah, unfortunately, if it's a longer task, guidance can't be used.
Never mind. Oh well.
But I'm trying to give
You're
you guys a
on
way
your
out.
own.
If you guys want to burn 2 of your inspirations, you can pass the roll. Otherwise, we get lost. You guys want to burn the inspiration or get lost?
Let's just get lost.
We're getting
I don't
lost.
want to burn inspiration. I don't want to burn inspiration.
We're greedy.
So I'm going to look at my map here. I roll a d6 to determine where we are getting lost.
We're getting lost right in front of Mabala.
So what's really cool about the map I use, guys, is every hex has a number to it. So I can see exactly which one you guys are at. But you guys, I'm not going to be so hardcore to be like, oh, you're just totally lost. I'm going to kind of say, like, you traveled to the northwest. So it might add a day to the travel, or it might subtract a day. You could easily travel to that. But Chef gets us lost, and we travel backwards, and we lose a day. Okay. I'm going to roll.
Dang it, Chef!
I'm going to roll
It's
now.
your fault. We were talking about one ball, and then I got distracted by, I don't know if I have kids yet. It's your fault. We were talking about one ball, so I got distracted.
Stop mumbling and just say that you did something wrong.
No!
Alright.
I'm just rolling away, guys. 2. Chef rolls again. So we're on the hex, and then after Chef rolls,
24!
he rolls the hex successfully in the direction you guys want to travel, right? That's kind of how I'm doing it. Okay. 1, 2. Roll again, Chef. I'm rolling pretty low on these random encounters.
We run to a bunch of
Chef fails again. I'm going to roll another d6, correct?
middle-aged women.
At this point, I can do this better. Come on!
So here's how it goes, guys. We're on day 4. Everybody's got to go remove 4 days worth of rations, unless we want to search. Unless
4
someone
days.
else, it cannot be Chef, wants to search for food and forage for food. Does someone want to forage for food?
Let's see.
Is that a survival roll, or what is that?
Yes, it's a survival. Or
I
nature roll.
I have a good survival.
Well,
So I'm gonna go ahead and-
I'm going to simplify it. If another person wants to help you, then you can roll with advantage.
Yeah, I'll help him. I have advantage in survival anyway. I'll help
Rune
him.
does it. So
Yeah.
Rune and Thorin. Is that okay, Scratch?
Yeah, I only have half advantage, so.
Okay, so Rune and Thorn both can roll on their own.
All right.
So I'm going to use the first roll that you did, which is a 17. The DC is 15 for this type of stuff. So anything in the lands of Chalt is like typically DC 15, guys. So Thorn rolls a D6. This determines how much he forages and what he successfully gets.
D6 roll.
D6.
Boom! 6, baby.
So what I'm going to do, though, is I will add a layer of risk. I won't roll it this time because we're kind of making this up a little bit as we go. But when
Got it.
Thorn goes out and forages, there is risk involved, and I roll another random encounter just for him.
Got it.
Unless he goes... Oh, I'm sorry, him and Rune. Rune, you can also roll as well, even though the roll has been done. You should just roll just because, right?
This is a normal roll? No,
This is
right?
a survival roll, right, that you have.
Rival.
I normally have advantage with survival, so I was just
Then you roll
curious.
with
That's why I
advantage.
asked.
You're rolling on your own. As you're rolling with Thorn, one of you has to get over DC 15. I'm not see like you didn't right there, but you have to roll with advantage, right? This is like a
just
roll
second
hunter
time.
thing.
Yeah, just roll a second time.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's like a lot of advantages with the Blood Hunter.
That's all right. I didn't roll.
So
too
you
well.
failed, but Thorn fortunately found it.
But I
Thorn,
did. Yeah.
Thorn, what did you find her? So when you roll with survival, this is how it works, guys. You roll with survival, it's like you hunt and kill something. If you roll nature instead, you're finding herbs and you're like foraging. Thorn, what did you kill?
I killed a boar.
You pick up a nice boar.
A boar in the jungle.
Yes.
In the jungle.
Yes.
Wild boar, I suspected
There
a
are lots of
dinosaur
boar in the
for dinner.
Prehistoric boars, things massive, probably twice my size.
Should have just killed a dinosaur. We could have capped that
I'll
for
send a
dinner.
picture of what he killed. Don't worry.
I keep
I
I
coming,
actually used it
dragging
before.
this thing behind me.
Thorn, you pull it up, they start cooking it. His artist takes a bite into it. He says, the clan of One Ball is not only skilled warriors, but skilled hunters as well.
Oh yes.
I'm surprised it did not outrun your stunty legs, though.
As I take my knife and carve off one of the balls from the boar, and then just
Okay, I rolled a...
He brings that. He brings that.
Well,
up.
well, if we can't find food, I can always make mayonnaise, and we can survive off of mayonnaise.
Disgusting.
makes me almost want to gag back up my ball.
Hey, I'm trying to save our rations for a real emergency.
You have fun eating all that mayo, Chef's boy.
So we actually are
You
now
guys-
have to
it will
go
be like-
Mhm.
We actually got lost again, so we added another day, right? Sorry, Chef.
Okay,
But I interrupted you.
so we're lost again.
I'm telling us lost!
Who's leading? Okay, who's leading this party?
It's
You know what?
It's the
You
goblin.
do this one more time, I'll do it. I'll lead us.
I'll help
It's-
you out there.
It's the goblin.
Is that like a survival roll as he's using? Or
He's
what?
using survival roll.
I have a +7 on my survival. You sure you don't want me to be leading this thing?
I have a +7 too.
Well, okay, so yeah, Thorn and Chef are both at fault since Chef is rolling with advantage.
Oh, you're rolling with advantage. Okay.
So, yeah, what I'm going to do then, Thorn, is
I'm gonna blame it on getting drunk.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of play harder core rules. If you roll the survival roll with Chef to give him advantage, you can't forage for food going forward.
Ooh.
But have you guys removed 4 days worth of rations from your sheet?
Oh yeah.
We'll do that now.
And then Thorn
Sorry.
I
just
can
got
cook,
6
though.
days
Wait,
worth
with
of
my
rations.
feature, I can cook though.
Yes.
Okay.
Thorn. So here's the
Yeah,
thing.
with my cook
Thorn.
feat, I can cook.
Hold on for a second. Thorn just got 6 days worth of ration. So Thorn needs to add that to his character sheet. What are you saying, Chef?
It's me.
I can cook though because of the chef feat.
Okay. Yeah, you can cook it up. Chef, who do you want to give your temporary hit point blessing to?
Probably Thorn and Scratch.
So you both need to roll, I think, what is it, a D? Or Chef, you want to roll it? Or do you want them to roll it?
It's 1d8 now.
They both roll
1d8?
1d8? This is your temp
They
HP
get,
for Scratch.
they get 6
and
extra temporary
Chef.
hit points.
Okay,
You
so
get 6.
Chef rolled it for you. You both get
Okay.
6 temporary hit points. This is from Chef cooking up your boar or any type of rations.
Okay.
Okay, so on night number 4, I rolled a 19. We have a random encounter. I'm going to roll a d6 to see. It's at night. I'm going to roll to see who we affect based on the watch. A roll of 3.
Got it.
So we affect the second person on watch, which is Chef. Chef, How it works is we roll a perception roll against the stealth of the creature to see if they get you. You roll
Better roll high.
Chef rolls with disadvantage because it's at night and he's rolling with just dark vision. This is how it works, guys.
We don't have a campfire or nothing because we're
if you
overnight?
have a campfire only illuminates out maybe 30 feet or so. So this is to say like 60 feet, so you can actually get the initiative count going. And if you have a campfire, it alerts. I'm going to roll at night. I'll roll twice.
Got it.
For the random encounter, because people can see easier.
Right.
So do you guys want to have a campfire?
Yeah. I mean, I'm cold-blooded. I can do without a fire, but I'm pretty sure they need some more. So
I'm going to... what I'll do is...
I was born in a harsh environment. I can live without fire.
So going forward at night, I'm going to roll again then on the random encounters. But this removes... Using the campfire will cancel out the disadvantage from dark vision, then I'll say. Chef then rolls a perception roll. I rolled the stealth roll. I rolled a 9. So Chef needs to beat a 9. His perception is pretty high. He rolls a 24. So you're not surprised, nice. Chef. And so that means we straight up roll initiative. But I'll tell you what happened.
Okay.
Chult is rich in caves, ruins, and hollowed logs which sturges can hide. By day, the character disturbed the sturges, but they move through the jungle. At night, the number of sturges descend on the party's camp. The sturge is... I had this really description.
Bloodsuckers.
Yeah, they're the bloodsuckers.
Giant mosquito bats.
This is what the creature looks like. So Chef isn't surprised, so he wakes everybody up and we all roll initiative. The creature resembling an oversized bulbous mosquito crossed with a bat descends upon you. Its beady eyes, Chef, hunting for an easy meal. Its skin is a malted orange. A needle-like proboscis protrudes from the thing's grotesque face. I gotta make the encounter, so give me a second. And we gotta.
Don't forget to roll initiative, Rune.
Yeah. Give me a second, guys. So it takes me a few... When we do these random encounters, everything is random. It takes me a few minutes to set it up. I don't preset up encounters or anything like that.
No.
It's random.
I'm not salty. I'm just slightly disappointed right now.
Random
of your failures. Not only did you get lost, Chef, but now we have a random encounter at the end of the day. We don't really... I have these random encounter maps, guys. They're not really representative sometimes. Like, this one's on a river, just to help simplify it, though. But there's, like, the tents and things, right? So it won't be perfect. Her name is Lyra, by the way.
It's perfect because Chef got surprised, right?
He did not get surprised.
He did not get surprised.
I'm just kidding.
I love your new model, Thorin.
It's because he's the master of one ball. He's got to love his new model.
That's right.
Even though you guys have we still have a lot of additional help. We have Vorn and we have Artist and Dragonbait.
Yes.
Huh? Make sure I got everybody.
Artist.
We do. And let me... This is a time, too, if I'm setting up something. If you need to take a break, go get a drink or something. If I'm setting things up, you can also do that as well.
Kiss my butt.
Pulling up the sturges. There's 5 of them.
This is what happens when you have bad luck. And this is like, Yeah, the only day that I can be a fill-in character is Sunday because Wednesday I'm just too fucking busy.
We filled up on the Sunday game, actually. We're cool.
I know.
On that game. But I'll let you know if you want to be a backup character, I can give you a call. Just you have to have a level 8 character ready to go. Yeah, Rune joined that game. Okay, I'm ready to set up.
If you need a fill-in person, you can always hit me up and see if I'm free or not.
Yeah, because we had to cancel that game the other day because not enough people showed up. Trying to find the 5th one here. Problem is if I hit tab, it resets everything. I think I got everybody. Artist, chef. Missing someone.
Thorn,
Scratch.
Scratch, Rune.
Rune, I don't have him out yet.
Did we roll initiative?
Give me a
Yeah,
second.
we all did. You need to.
I'm just getting Rune out now.
Yeah, I didn't roll initiative. That's probably why.
Yeah.
No, this is for okay. Let me roll initiative from my end.
Well,
Here.
at least you rolled decent.
I rolled a
Chef's
12.
the only one with the bad initiative.
I rolled a 12.
I know.
Okay. You
For
gonna
the-
roll initiative
for-
for the other two or what?
What I'm gonna do for now is the NPCs go last.
Okay.
Like this. 'Cause I don't
Perfect.
like them really mess with them too much. It's just a lot of so Chef, what did you get? I rolled a 12. Who beat a 12? Let's go to the Chef. What did Chef get?
I rolled a 16.
I think I got like a 6. It
Yeah,
was a
Chef
shit
rolled a
after all.
6.
I rolled
Yeah.
a 16.
The 16. Bourne.
19.
Scratch.
24.
25.
Vorn.
You rolled a
25.
Did you roll with Vorn?
Did you roll for Vorn, Scratch?
I did not. My bad.
You got to roll them up.
His-
Yeah, you gotta
yeah,
remember
his,
You're the one controlling him. You're the one who's rolling him.
you're right. You're right. He has a -1 to that, so let me just roll a d20 real quick with a minus.
Should
one.
roll for Kermit too.
He got a 5.
Okay, so he goes almost, yeah, like this. We have Scratch up first, like this. And I'm gonna just set the mood a little bit more here, guys. So just give me a second. A little bit of darkness, not too dark, so we can see what we're doing. And then I want to turn on some.
Are you showing that to everyone? I'm still waiting on GM.
Yeah, I'm just still. Give me a second.
Okay. Okay. I can hear the ambience.
Yep, just turning that on for you guys to make you feel a little more immersed.
Yum.
Hey, you guys, I just summoned you to the board. This just takes me a few minutes to set it up, guys, right? Scratch is up first as these 5 scourges descend upon you. Takes me 10 minutes to set up, and is Scratch going to dunk them all in one turn?
Yeah, actually, I think I might have a good chance if they're all within 20 feet of each other.
I got them all over here.
Yeah, blast them with fireball.
All right, so Scratch, being keenly aware of his surroundings at all times and never being surprised in combat once, he pulls out his bagpipes, prepared for war, as he begins to bellow a mighty war song, and casts Stinking Cloud at the center of those dirges or sturges.
I'm just going to show you guys a cool feature, too. Let me see what the Stinking Cloud does. Oh, it makes me incapacitated? I got to make a con save.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, they need to make a con save.
So, yep. So here's what I'm doing, is I'm using the AoE thing, where I hit M, I create an AoE. At the very end of the AoE, I don't know if you guys can see it, there's like a little, almost like sub-menu that's popped up. If I right-click that, I can lock it. And that creates what they call consistent AoE effect. Pretty cool, huh? So this is a new feature that Tailspire has created. Baggers is the developer behind Tailspire. So one of the developers has created this new cool feature. If I right-click this feature... Sorry, if I right-click this
that's
feature,
exactly what I was going to ask.
I can create this. So this is stuff for, like, I'm thinking of like these warlock spells where you create the arms of Adar or whatever it is, or those arms that come out of the ground. We can now put down permanent AoE effects where we were lacking them before. And I can now move models inside of these AoE. And so yeah.
The color would actually be yellow as described by the spell, if you want to make it yellow.
Oh yeah, so that would be exactly right. Now I'm going to recreate this. I think you can edit this. Let me see. I'm trying to think. I think you can grab this. I'm trying to think. I saw him do it where you can manipulate it after that. No, I can't. I'm going to create it though, and I'll create a yellow one. I'm just going to create your Stinking Cloud effect. The radius is 20, so I'm going to increase it by a little bit. But I'm going to put it back here, Scratch. Just out
All
of
right.
the party's way, like this. So this is how it would actually be cast, so you don't hit everybody with it. And then
That's
we
cool.
will create this sort of yellowish tinge to it. So there's your stinking cloud. The sturges are kind of hard to see in here, guys. If you have hard time seeing the models, you can also hit tab on your end to see the nameplates of the characters' models. Cool. I'm going to make a con save. When I do con saves with this stuff, guys, I just roll a group save with them. And see if they all
The
successfully
save is a 16.
Do I make it on the start of my turn or no? Or just right now?
Right now.
I
Each
failed
creature
with-
that is
I
complete.
failed with a 10. Do you guys want me to roll? I'm going to say they all fail, just to help simplify it. They are
Okay.
incapacitated. They get to... Effect starts on the creature's start of... Effect starts on the creature's start of turn. Trying to read.
What it says is that they spend their action on that turn retching and reeling.
Yeah, I have it as incapacitated. My system.
Yeah.
And they're just once they fail the save, they are the area is also the problem with this spell is the area is heavily obscured. So now no one can see the target inside the cloud.
Oh, great.
So that's what it creates a terrain effect of what I call a heavy obscurement. So it's like similar to fog cloud.
I kind of cast that in hopes. Yeah, I kind of casted that so they could fuck off.
Yeah,
I did not like sturges.
So they are reeling, like you hear them flapping and like gasping for air, and like you hear them like fluttering, like kind of like spastic behavior. Scratch, that is your action. What else do you want to do? You want to move it all?
I'm going to get behind Vorn.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to I start stomping my foot on the ground to a beat, and I put my lips to the tube to the bagpipe, and I start to play a steady battle thrum. And I'm going to give, let's say, eeny, meeny, miny, Thorn. I'm going to get Thorn battle inspiration.
Okay.
So, just for reference, you can. Alright, so you can roll a 1d8 within the next 10 minutes and add that to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. And since it is combat inspiration, you can also use that to add that to your AC as a reaction to an attack.
Oh, sweet. That's a D8?
Yep, 1d8.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and use up one of my.
Lauren is now up.
So, they're clouded for me, so I can't really cast any spells on them, correct?
That is
That's
correct.
You can do like massive damage.
Just fireball in the exact same point that I hit, and you'll hit all of them. Trust me.
All right. Yet. I guess what I am gonna do is actually. There's my spell. I'm gonna.
Map and stuff. It's pretty cool, huh? Thorin, what do you do, bud? I got you right here.
I am going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Spirit Guardians. What do the spirits look like that surround you?
They look like my
Kermit the
dwarven one ball brethren,
Spirit dwarves.
spirit dwarves.
Wait.
Spirit dwarves.
Impressive
Spirit
magic.
dwarves.
What does spirit dwarves look like?
And because I am a neutral, they are more angelic looking. So imagine them with like wings. So they look like little wings with like halos, and they're very bright white.
I just found perfect music for what I'm playing. Hold on. And put it on. They put that more ambiance level. Is that too loud?
It's a little loud.
Let me turn it down then. Is that good?
That's good right there.
Alright.
As an off. That's okay. Thorn, what do you want to do, bud? You cast Spirit Guardians as a bonus action, right? What else do you want to do?
I mean, I guess I'm gonna. Shoot, I guess
You want to move like up to here?
Yep.
Where you kind of saw the Sturges, so maybe your Spirit Guardians can go in there, right?
Yeah.
Now, Spirit Guardians is a 15-foot radius.
15-foot. Yes, 15-foot radius.
So I'm going to create, this is kind of helpful for this stuff, I'm going to create another locked AoE effect for you there, Thorn. You like this? And this is really it really helps with more advanced, higher level combat. That's why this stuff is good. I'm trying to think how to move it. I saw this guy move it, and I can't figure out how to move this. I'm trying to double click it or, you know, right click it. Nothing's working. So something's up. I got to figure out how to do that. Rune is up, I believe. Rune, what's up?
Can I see anything? That's a better question more than anything else.
You see a bunch of spirit dwarfs.
I'm just gonna have to wait till the flock goes up, but I'll have my arrows ready and take cover behind a tree, and then see if I can shoot some things, since I'm pretty much a ranged fighter anyway. I can take cover where I am, right? It seems like pretty wooded here.
Yeah, I'm just reading through the spell a little bit more. The way I'm going to do this spell is similar to other oh, it's a level 3 spell. I'm trying to think. It must spend its action that turn reeling, and then, the way I understand this spell, Scratch, is it can use its movement still to get out of it. So it uses its action.
Oh yeah, it still has its movement. It just spends its entire action doing nothing but retching.
Yeah, so it has to use its action to move. Rune, you ready in action to see maybe if one of these things like fly out of the cloud or something, right?
Yeah.
To get your reaction. So on the start of the turn, these guys' turn, 3 of them get hit by your spirit guardians, right? Now they can't see where the spirit guardians are at, even in the clouds. But it's just a wisdom save for these guys. I'm gonna make a wisdom save. What's the wisdom save DC?
27.
I roll a natural 1. You're muted.
They just die. They are dead.
They're dead. Damn it.
Thorn's muted. So why don't you roll damage?
Sorry. These
kind
natural
of fights
15.
are good for practice too, guys, just to help you kind of figure things out.
Yeah.
How much damage you
It's 3d8. Rolling it now. 12.
The spirits enter the cloud. They sense things that we cannot sense on this plane of existence. I'm not going to be super... I'm going to make them a little challenging, so I'm not going to fly them through these other 2 guys, right? Through the cloud. Let me see how much I moved there. I moved about there. They have a movement speed of 40. They move up to Chef, but they can't attack, right? Because they spend reeling. It is gag and reel.
Wait, how close are they to me? How close are they to
right
me?
up to Chef. But as a reaction now, Rune can attack one of them. Rune can attack.
Cool.
Right,
I want to use my reaction.
Okay,
I want to use my reaction.
Sure, let's have Rune go first, though. Rune, go first with your attack.
Sure. I can take 2 longbow attacks, so is it just 1 or somebody else?
So here's the thing. If you ready an attack, you only get 1 attack on your reaction.
Okay. Got it.
Great question. They have an AC of 14.
I got a 21.
Roll damage. They're pretty weak. They're just like mosquitoes, guys.
6 points.
Nice.
They are mosquitoes, yet I was willing to cast a 3rd level spell to deal with them.
Hey, it's pretty. This is what
I
they're.
do
This is
not
what
like
these
food.
encounters are for, guys. You can
We're
blow
gonna
it,
get
blow
long
it if you
rest
want.
anyway,
You
so-
know, it is what it is. Exactly.
Well,
Chef, what did you want to do as your reaction?
Shells of spores. Since he's too close to me, he's smelling some really dangerous spores.
Do you have to roll to attack?
Spore damage.
You have to roll to attack to hit him, though.
Yeah,
Roll
they're
to hit.
invisible.
You have to roll to
4.
hit, though, don't you?
I think not. No. You can, for a reaction, deal 1d4 necrotic damage when a creature you see
I
when
have
it
to make a
moves.
con
Oh, the
save.
saving DC throw is 15. 15 Constitution.
Yeah, man. I also rolled a natural 1.
Team.
Now,
Then
Chef,
take
they
all 4.
have 4 hit points. How do you kill him, Chef? This is the first time you've used this ability. Congratulations.
I know. I'm so proud of myself.
You remember
I
it.
remembered. All of a sudden, you just see a bunch of mushrooms just sprout everywhere, and then and it just becomes like undead loyal fat minion now.
Mushroom killers.
It sprouts as all these spores begin to enter this poor little mosquito. It drops after reeling and gagging on Scratch's stinking cloud. And then just suddenly you just start to see a little bit of growth stuff. Little spores. Kind of like in that Discovery Channel thing where the spores go into that little ants or whatever, right? You're thinking about
The
same thing,
cordyceps
aren't you?
fungus?
Yeah, I don't know the name of it, Scratch.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's a cordyceps, it's a strand of cordyceps fungus. They latch on to ants and slowly root themselves into their nervous system.
Exactly.
Kill them. And then the ant is controlled for a few moments, climbs up to the highest point, and then explodes, spreading its spores out to the next ants. It's wonderful.
That's
also
you guys. That was the
Wait.
combat right there. You guys just
I
destroyed
was
me.
so I'm
Kill
sorry
them.
about my excitement, but when you said something was close to me, I'm like, I can use my reaction. I can use my reaction. Let me do it. I can push the button.
Yeah, you can use
Did we
your
roll the
reaction
survival
if you
roll? I think we got lost, so we're up to day 7. So now I'm gonna
Yeah.
roll up to. You see here, we're up on day 5. Chef
Don't
fails to
get
roll
lost.
again. Thorn is
No.
rolling. Thorn cannot roll. So here's how we'll do it, Chef. Actually, we'll make it easier for Chef. Chef doesn't roll with advantage. Chef, since Thorn and you guys have the same modifier, Thorn will also roll, and I'll just help you out, right? So Chef makes a straight roll, then Thorn will also make a straight roll for the survival roll, right?
Okay.
So we're on day 5. We did not get lost, but I have to roll the random encounter.
all right.
I'm playing my sad music for the dead mosquitoes right now.
Hey, don't
Poor
get
sad dead
lost.
mosquitoes.
Stop getting lost.
The next day is uneventful.
All right.
Stop getting lost.
We're on day 6, so I need Chef and them to roll again.
Got
And
it.
Thorn also needs to roll as well. The Chef failed.
Got it.
So now we know who to blame. You both failed, so I'm going to blame both of you.
Wait, no.
Another
Instead
day.
of us getting lost, I'm
Add
gonna use
another
my
day, we got
inspiration to
lost.
roll again.
Well,
I'm gonna use my inspiration to roll again.
No, we are.
what do you want to do, Chef?
Is
Scratch?
that-
What do you want
I
to do?
was
Chef?
just the in character yelling at the tone and stop getting us lost.
Instead of us getting lost, can I use inspiration to roll again?
Yeah, roll again, one more time. Now you're using your inspiration.
So you're losing that inspiration that you got.
You lost your inspiration.
Oh my god.
And you did 12.
Failure.
Fail. Wasted
Failure,
inspiration.
Chef. Man, what did you put in that stew last night, Chef?
Are we going in circles, Chef?
I don't know
I'm
anymore.
doing it! I'm gonna lead us this time! You keep getting us lost!
Hey, I think we're past that tree like a mile ago. I think we passed that.
Okay, if you want to retire me to be Mr. Cookie Cook, then you can look lucky if you have high survival skills, mister.
Hey, Scratchy, I think your frog's lost too.
Benjamin!
Fortunately for Chef, he thinks he gets lost. Ruin, you see the same tree you pointed out. and you guys end up on the right track. So how I'm doing it is I go clockwise. I rolled a 3, and you rolled right into where Mambala is, where I've got on the map. So you went actually in the right direction, thanks to the
Oh,
rule.
nice.
Yeah, how do we miss such
Imagine failing
one
so
tree.
hard. Imagine failing so hard that you manage going the right direction.
Yeah, how do we miss that big building? Must have been looking down somewhere.
And we arrive on day 7. I'm going to say at 3 p.m. we arrive at Mambala. There it is.
How many days rations do we get rid of for that?
So
I'm
we
normally
used
cooking.
4, right?
Yeah, earlier. Yeah.
We used 4 earlier. Now we use another 3, right? Because it takes us 7 days in total to get here. Because we got lost basically 1 day.
3 more. Wow, we need to buy more rations.
Or you have to forage. Now Thorn cannot forage while you help Chef out with the survival roll not to get lost. Scratch can roll if he wishes to. Before we go into Mambala if you want to.
Sure.
If you want to try to forage.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to roll on the random encounter chart just for Scratch and Born then, I guess, right? Because they kind of deviate out. They're going to like forage a little bit.
Okay.
That's a survival check!
I roll a 7, so Scratch, there's no things. Scratch, what do you kill?
Scratch, with his meek little size, manages to bring down a young, and when I say young, I mean a very young Stegosaurus.
Impressive. Kill.
Kill the
Yes,
Stegosaurus.
yes it is.
Neutralized.
It is very much dead.
He says as he plants his foot on it.
Roll a d6 to determine how many rations there is a part of it.
Yes, sir. Three.
3. Not very meaty, though.
Well, good thing I can actually cook it up to make it 4-7 creatures, though.
So, Chef, you're talking about your feature, right? Your
Yeah.
class feature. Here's the thing: in the 1D&D system, there's no features anymore.
Should eat insects.
No, you just have the chef
Nope.
feat. You have the feat instead, right?
Ah.
So it's a kind of a buff. Because the features and stuff weren't being utilized that much. I'm going to pull up Mambala. So I have maps for almost every place here, guys.
Yep. It's cool. Mambala, the fallen city. The city of
You see the Scratch?
potential.
I have to
Mambala
figure out
recruit.
where to put you guys at. I'm going to put you guys over here.
That kind of reminds me of
Pretty
y'all
awesome.
know Ark Survival Evolved.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of reminds me of one of those ruined castles in the what's that map called? I think it's called Fielder. It's a new map. I don't know. It just looks like the ancient castle kind of thing. Reminded me of Ark for some reason.
This is really cool.
So it's a fallen city. So that means it's just full of potential recruits for one ball. You know, we got lots of new recruits, lots of potential new recruits.
Now all we have to do is establish a base of operations here, and it will become the new hub for our adventuring party.
Yep, plenty of bluegrass to go around. You know, should be good.
Yeah,
I'm going to summon you guys to
we
the
could
board.
retire here.
Maybe you can retire here, but I don't want to retire here. I want to keep traveling. I'm going to go to Paris and London and the dwarven city of One Ball, you know.
What's a Pierce?
Chef, I just put you out.
Ankle.
So this is Mambala. Give me a second, guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big cliff.
Wait, I have a question for you then, Oz. Does that mean my temporary HP thing no longer does its thing anymore, or no?
So I'm going to pull up the chef feat. Hold on here.
Yeah.
What we're talking
Because
about. So we can roll that now before we go in if you want.
Hey, yo, why you pulling up Chef's feet?
So you did something wrong there. So there's two abilities that the chef feat has. One is called a King's Delicacy. You can, part of a short rest, you can cook food. You have to, first of all, this is during a short rest, you can cook food, then you can pair enough of this food equal to 4 plus your proficiency bonus. At the end of the short rest, you eat the food and spends 1 or more hit dice. So the player has to use hit dice, and then they also get healed as well. You understand? So this is similar. We've also buffed. That's the reason why that exists is because we've buffed that mechanic using the healing surge action. But so the only caveat to this King's Feast is that one. Now a treat for a queen is 1d4 plus proficiency bonus, which is what we're talking about, and it's up to your proficiency bonus. Your proficiency bonus is now +3, correct? Right? At level 5?
Yeah, +3.
So what 3 players do you want to give your treat for a queen?
Myself.
Okay, Jeff.
Scratch,
okay.
and the cleric.
And Thorn. You're gonna shun Rune here?
I'm okay. I'm fine.
So Chef, roll a d4 and add your proficiency bonus.
This is a +3, so it's a 4.
Yeah, so Chef, Thorn, and Scratch have +4 temporary hit points. Your temporary hit points expire basically depending on the spell description. This one, we just have it during the day. And this type of stuff, I try to say, just make it simplified. It ends when you start taking a long rest, typically.
Okay.
Okay, so I just have to remember the long rest one is 1d4, the short rest one is 1d8.
And the 1d8 one actually heals you, but it's contingent upon the player spending a resource, which is their hit dice.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's understandable.
It's a pretty cool, and also it's a half feat Chef spore, because you get con or wisdom. So it's actually pretty powerful. You get a stat boost. And the thing is, for this one, I actually gave it as a level 1, because this one's not even the new 1 D&D system. But what I've heard Jeremy Crawford say is that these ones that give you half ASIs, essentially, these would be like a level 4 feat. So it'd be contingent on you being level 4 to actually get this feat. Anyways, let me pull up this stuff here. An 1,800-foot high plateau with sheer cliff rises above the heaps of boulders as large as ships. A narrow path cuts into the cliff face and seems to climb all the way to the top. So this is what it looks like. So there is this huge cliff face. There is stairs that move up the cliff, and there's like dense fog in the jungle around as the sun begins to set. It appears to be ruins of some kind, just like you were saying, Rune. And there's just something's maybe up there.
Shall we check it out?
Scratch, sensing an opportunity, finagles his backpack off and scrunches around in it until eventually he finally pulls out that grappling hook he got after he first joined the party, and he ties a rope to it, and he just starts running towards the wall with a gleeful smile because he's just like,
Yeah, I finally get to climb.
Okay.
Better be careful, little one.
If you're all alone
Let's
up there, nobody can help you. But hey, go for it.
Oh, mine's coming.
Artist looks over at Thorn and says, "Where to?" So Thorn, I want you to control Artist.
Okay.
I'm going to give you permission over his model. Shag.
Oh.
And I'm also going to give you Dragon Bait permission Thorin.
All right.
I find him. There's Artis, and there's Dragon Bait. There you go, Shags. You can control Artis and Shags, so it helps me not
Cool.
micromanage them, and that way
Yeah.
you also like control them a little bit.
Got it.
That's what I like to do, and so like for instance, the only reason why Scratch can't control this guy is because he's not in Tailspire. I moved.
I would get the thing, but my
poor
Chromebook
little
literally
machine.
can't support Steam. It can't support Steam.
Well, yeah,
so
you were
I can't
playing
get
on like an
the-
iPad. It's okay. Born climbs up behind you, and he's just trying to make sure you're not going to slip and fall. And what else are you guys doing? So I'm assuming that Chef is just excited to climb up, so he's just kind of climbing up.
Well, since I got my wonderful horse legs, unless that rope's pretty tight, and I'm gonna have trouble climbing up. But I guess we'll see what we can do, right? Just go slowly.
Your worst enemy, stairs.
Stairs.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm actually pretty sure centaurs have a movement penalty when it comes to stairs.
So, can we look around for an easier path up than just like going up there with a piece of rope?
As you say that, like Scratch makes
Hauls off.
I'm gonna say an athletics check to scale up this first one.
Sure.
As he's just excited to climb. Warren also tries to climb up with you. The DC is not super hard, especially with the grappling hook.
Go up the grappling hook.
Yeah, you're just climbing up. Pretty nice, Chef. I mean, Scratch. You're just kind of like putting the pittons in, I guess. And you're just kind of climbing up, pulling them out, using the grappling hook. And you're able to latch up on these ledges and things like that. Thorin makes a perception
some
roll.
workout.
Perception.
Just like going up the Bluegrass Mountains.
I finally get to see what the bluegrass plains look like.
Whoa.
Just like the Bluegrass Mountains and the Bluegrass Hills and the Bluegrass Town. They all look the same. It's full of bluegrass.
You look straight ahead and you see some stairs, right? And then you kind of like, the DC is probably like 10. As you see Scratch just like doing the hard way, he's like excited just to climb up. There appears to be a path of some kind to, maybe get up top. Something easier.
Scratch, you crazy bastard. There's stairs right here. And Thor moves up. And
I'm already out of earshot.
We're all falling the stairs.
I'm like yelling as loud as I can for him to hear us.
You want to climb? You continue climbing up, Scratch?
Yep.
Roll another athletics check to get you up to like here.
Is there a map on Steam? Because it seems to keep saying waiting for adventure to begin.
I'm gonna hit summon. I hit summon to the board. Did that help you out, Rune?
Maybe, yeah.
I see that you're in. I see that you're in, Rune. You might have to restart Tailspire, but I see your I see your icon, your hero icon on the left. That means you're in the map. You should be able to.
That's really weird. Why does it say waiting for adventure to begin?
It might just be bugged.
Close it out and reopen.
It's waiting for the adventure to begin. Oh my god.
The adventure has begun already, and you have been summoned.
The adventure begun 2.5 hours ago.
It's already here, buddy. Where you at? What'd you roll? An athletics of 13?
Yep.
Interesting. I'm going to say it's not as successful, and Vorn like catches you a little bit as you slip. Careful.
Thank you.
He like kind of like, his giant like robotic arm like comes under your tukish to like kind of push you up back on the ledge as you kind of slip a little bit. You continue like you swing the grappling hook and latch on a little bit to another ledge up there, Scratch.
Yep.
Roll again.
I'm going all the way. I'm going all the way.
Yeah, if you just roll really low, something bad happens.
Something bad
Falling is all part of the adventure. Oh fuck. That was about to be at 18.
Make a dexterity check with Born.
Alright. He has a -1 to that, unless if he has some kind of. Nah, that's a check. So yeah, he has a -1. Come on, Vorn. Vorn, you failure.
As you try to grapple up, the grappling hook, like, just as you're scaling your feet up along the ledge here, the grappling hook like slips a little bit. It must have not been like that secure on the other end, right? And
Right.
you fall 10 feet. Vorn tries to catch you. You slip through his hands a little bit, and you hit the solid rock bottom, and you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, my tush!
Sorry, master. And as you say that,
okay.
I'm assuming Thorin just kind of walks up to you.
We're moving up.
Oh, hey!
Let me try to re-invite you, Rune.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for GM. Waiting for GM.
Were you able to get in this time?
Yeah, this time I'm in.
Okay.
I don't know what happened last time.
What do you guys do?
Well, three at the top!
And I start climbing again.
And I yell at him, "Stop climbing! There's an easy way up right here. What are you doing?"
The easy way is the boring way!
Let's go up the stairs.
We continue on the path.
We're following the yellow
I'm
brick.
gonna keep climbing.
Let's go the boring way, the stairs.
Right?
I
We're
just like climbing.
we're following the stairs, although I can't see the stairs.
Yeah, I like going upstairs, especially spirally ones. Especially spirally ones without scratch on them.
Now, is this ledge hard for the half man, half horse, or is this going to seem easy for him too?
No, I'm fine. I mean, I'm medium sized when it comes to climbing.
Okay.
It's not like, it's not like crazy or anything.
No.
You've clearly never seen a cow try to go downstairs.
So I'm going to make this a skill challenge, Scratch. A skill challenge is, it's 3 successful rolls to get to the top. So how it'll work is Vorn will also make 3 successful checks too to climb up after you as well.
Right.
Vorn is bound by magic, so this type of fall would not even kill him.
Right.
Because he would just regenerate the damage. As he's bound, like a part of his magic, what makes this creature so expensive is his regeneration. Is he can just take lots of damage, be put in harm's way, and also protect you. But he'll try to catch you as you fall. So if you fail the first check, you're going to take 10 points. If he fails it, the second one, even if he catches you, you take 10. And the third one, and then the fourth one to get up to here. So make the first check right now. The DC is 12.
So I need to roll at least a 10. That's a natural 20.
The natural 20s represent 2 successes in the challenge, so it gets you up to there.
So impressive. Fueled by my determination, I forced myself to climb that.
The rest of the group is kind of slowly moving up the winding path as you look over to your right. The view is stunning.
Wow! Is this what dragons see when they fly?
You can also use the arrow keys, Thorin, to adjust it. Roll one more time, Scratch.
Alright. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Higher than a 12. Higher than 10. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a 9.
As you almost get to the last... You almost get to the top, the rock slips, and you fall. Vorn makes a reflex save to mitigate 1d10 damage.
Oh, I fall all the way down?
Yeah, I'm going to say it's 50 feet.
No, I've stopped where I am because I see a little creature on the thing. I don't know if that was intentionally there.
I know. So what this guy did before, so it's 5d6 damage. Vorn tries to mitigate some of the damage, though, by a reflex save.
Alright. I'm going to assume an 8 doesn't pass.
I'm going to say again the DC's 12 for him to catch you or something like that. Just somewhere in that ballpark. Let me pull it up. I'm gonna roll it up. Give me a second. Don't fail me now.
It's a bore of a bore.
You take 14 bludgeoning damage. As you fall, and Vorn, as you fall down, and Vorn says, "Apologies."
They got bludgeoned. They got
I
bludgeoned.
said climb up the stairs, you dingus.
You guys gotta do it the hard way. It's
To
fun.
be a dragon, you first must crawl before you can fly.
Or, in his case, you should learn how to croak before he jumps. 5d6.
Look, injured.
Yeah.
He's fine. You're fine, right, Scratchy? You're good to go for another round.
You want to climb up? You want to try to climb up again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Three
Fuck
successful.
yeah.
You have to do 3 successful checks.
I know.
The party, though, I'm going to move you, Rune, up with the party, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
So you're just kind of moving through this cool, like, little cave area. Yeah. The guy originally put some petrofolk in here to encounter, I think, in this area. But we won't do that.
So the grappling hook is making it to where the DC check to pass is just lower than what it would normally be?
Yeah, you can say that you've tried it a couple times now, so you're able to find the path. With the grappling hook, we'll say you can make each of the 3 checks with advantage.
Awesome. I'm still going to probably fail.
While he's still trying to climb, are we going to encounter anything up here? Or should we just go ahead and move up while he finishes doing his little...
I will try to move you up in a second.
Oh, that was close. That was close.
That's 1. I moved to, like, here.
Yeah. Come on. You're almost there.
Master.
Oh, that's another save. That's another pass.
I do not know if I can catch you. Roll one more time. The last one is you wind up the grappling hook.
Come on, baby.
Throw it up there.
Come on! Yes!
Determination. And then Vorn says, he looks over to the right and says, "Stay there." And Vorn walks up with it. He's like doesn't want to climb it.
He's like, the hell with this shit.
He's like walking up.
I will follow the one balls.
Now, one cool thing about Vorn, he always can sense where the amulet is at. So he can always try to find you, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just kind of admiring this awesome map, that's been made here. Thorn, I'm just going to move you up a little bit. Dragon Bait and everybody, as we're moving up, there is just a breathtaking view of the jungles. You climb above the tree line and you're treated in stunning views of surrounding wilderness.
We stop and look.
Yeah. Across the Adeline Basin to the southeast, you can see the heart of Umbatu, or the heart of Kai. You see it, it's like a small floating island over the haze of the in the basin there. So you guys are looking out east, right? And you see, I'm trying to describe it. There is a basin that runs in a valley. It's somewhat absent of the jungle. In this valley area, you can see it from your vantage. You see a floating island. Now, it's kind of crazy. You're on a giant floating island itself, and then there's another floating island. I will add it to the map later. It's another location you can go to if you wish, right? It's called the Heart of Kai, or the Heart of
Kai.
Yeah, Heart of Kai. Make a religion or history check for him.
Man, I should get some kind of climber feat for what I just went through.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
Let's go to history. Yes.
I don't think they have a climber.
Unfortunately,
They have
such a feat
athlete.
does not exist as far as I'm aware.
Well, they have
Oh,
something called
nice.
athlete.
Yeah, so it's called
18,
spider
baby.
climb.
Kai Thorn was one of the 10 titans of Zen, I believe. He died during the Great Titan War before the Zen was even formed. And it's rumored that this whole island of Chult is the heart of one of the titans. Maybe the heart of Kai itself.
Heart of Kai.
The group can make a perception roll. Everybody can roll who's here with the group, except for Scratch.
Got to move Rune up too, though. I think he's behind us in the cave somewhere. I can't.
Yeah, you can't control his model.
Yeah.
Rune can move himself.
Come on,
Enjoy
Rune,
the
move up here
adventure,
with
buddy.
the group.
Here's your arrow
I tried
keys.
to move up, but I can't seem to move past
You're
this
stuck.
thing
You're
for some
too,
reason.
you're too big.
You
You're a big
gotta
model.
adjust the height.
There you go,
There's
buddy.
a little height thing. If you move that up and down, you can kind of move your way through the tunnels and stuff.
Give you
Okay.
some DM help there. So everybody
I
can make a
know-
perception rolls. Chef rolls a 14. Here's the roll. So this is something, Rune, that you can roll using guidance if you want, right?
Ooh.
Right, because it's
So
like
I know that.
Oh,
So
the
I know
natural
that
20.
Born.
Natural 20.
I know.
Rune.
I
Why
know
don't
that
you
Born
also?
said to stay put.
Yeah, Vorn is. You want Vorn to stay put down here?
No. I know Vorn told me to stay put, but Scratch is rebellious by nature and decides to not stay put and goes exploring.
Yep. I'm gonna just give the group a second though, because I'm with the group.
You're
for a
good.
second.
You're good. No, yeah, you're good. I just want to give you a heads up.
You guys see the DC was 20 and Rune rolls a natural 20. With
So
the
did
new-
I.
With the you did as well. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Double
two
natural
20s.
20s.
Artist says, "My eyes, they're not as good as they used to. What do you see?" And he looks over at Thorin as Thorin sees some short. So there's these flying ships, right, that are flying around.
They look like giant hot air balloon ships type of thing, or
Yeah, we had it at our very first campaign with Chef and
Yeah.
the other two players, and with the old Rune's character
Okay.
before he got killed by Chef.
It wasn't murder. It was self-defense.
You see, like, it's another shipwreck out there, guys. This must be something, and Artist says, "This is what I was talking about. This must be one of the pirate wrecks.
Maybe
It's
we
not
can
dangerous.
board that ship.
It's dangerous to travel by air. You know, if we
Does
are-
this?
Yes?
Go ahead.
No. What are you going to say? Sir One Ball, the floor is yours.
I just wanted to see, is this something we can actually get to, or are we just seeing this?
I'll
way
mark
off
it
in
on the map.
distance?
There is, yeah, it's a location.
Okay.
I will call. We'll just call it the shipwreck for now. And Artist says, you know, come to think of it, the merchants, if we were able to find these pirates, would probably pay a handsome penny for this. If we were able to solve this problem for them. Well, shall we continue? Breathtaking as is. Artist says, what do you guys do?
I turn to Rune and be like, "Can you see what I'm seeing far off in the distance?
Yep.
What do you think?"
Well, the reason we came here in the first place was to get treasure, right?
Right?
So why not?
Why not
That's what I
get
say.
do a little extra exploring after
Yeah,
we
yeah.
get done here? All right.
Yeah. Why not do a little extra exploring, kill some goblins, and then move on?
From the distance that we're at, does this thing look completely destroyed, or is it somewhat salvageable?
Like the
ship.
shipwreck?
Yeah.
It's hard to see from where you're at. I mean, you can tell, like, the blimp and the way it looks. Like, you know it's there, but it's so far away. You have a spyglass or a divination spell to see that far?
Let me look. Can't remember.
Like, the spyglasses are very expensive. They're like 1,000 gold. They're made
Yeah, I
with,
don't
like,
think I have a spell
specialized
yet.
forged glass, you know?
Yeah, I'm looking to see if I had the Divination spell. Did I put that in there? No.
Jungle's kind of loud, isn't it, guys?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna move.
No.
I'm gonna move the party up to here. Why don't we move the party up to where I moved Chef at? I'm gonna go back to Scratch real quick, since Scratch has done the cardinal sin of D&D and he's split the party.
Yeah.
Scratch,
I get to be the rebellious. I get to be the rebellious PC this time.
Yeah, that usually ends up in a TPK, but let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Scratch, you
TPK.
see this like huge wall. I'm looking at it. It's the ruins of some long forgotten kingdom. The style is not like the style of Chult. So this city must be like very old, right? This is some westernized city that's crumbled, or it was destroyed. Maybe it was what, you know, the spirit of the jungle is talking about when this great war was waged by Ras Nsi, or I'm sorry, got his name, Ras Nsi or something, right? When he raised his undead army and destroyed, you know, sent it out after the island of Chult after he was shunned by the god, right?
Oh, the lipless one. Yeah, okay.
Who serves the mouthless one. That's correct. Awesome job. By the way,
Tongueless.
Thorn and Rune, we're going to play with the 1 D&D rules. You guys have to manage it yourself, but I'll do a friendly reminder. When you roll a natural 20, you gain inspiration. Now, one variant rule, I think a part of that is if you have inspiration and you roll a natural 1, you lose the inspiration.
Ooh, okay.
Right?
You are no longer inspired because
what
of
if
your
you already
fail.
have? What if you already have an inspiration? Then what that does?
It
that
does
do?
not stack. You can't use it. So that encourages you to use it, right?
I'm going to use it to slap Scratch on the head.
Scratch is like nowhere to be found. He's like on the other side over here. Scratch,
Yeah,
what do you do, buddy?
after I beat him, I'm going to use my inspiration to slap him on the head.
Cool.
Scratch is just gonna start wandering throughout the city. Like this is a new experience for him. He's never been in an ancient decrepit city before, so he wants to explore.
Decrepit city? I didn't know it was decrepit, but that's interesting.
I mean, the entirety of it is demolished, so decrepit is putting it lightly.
I'm gonna move these guys up here. As you look, Scratch over to your right, you know, you see Vorn, and he looks across the ruins, right? At you. Like he can see you and sense your presence. And I'm going to describe what you guys see, and then we'll finish the session.
We see a porta potty.
This is what you kind of see. And Scratch, you see this too, okay? The stone steps emerge onto the top of the plateau beneath once a grand, now decrepit wooden gateway. So there used to be maybe a wooden gateway here. Like this map is awesome. I love whoever did this.
Yeah, it's cool.
And you know, you see it's overgrown with just foliage and stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sort of like what we've seen in other landmarks of Chult, where it's like, you know, this is just ruin of some kind. Now you know some of the story behind the ruins, though, right, Thorin? The gates that sealed this entrance are rotted away. Their only rusted iron hinges and reinforcing bands remain. In their place are heaps of human skulls, picked clean of all their flesh, and bleached white by the sun. They grin up at you from the roadway and down atop the towering mounds. The person did not put the skulls in, but there's piles, I'll put them in later, but there's these piles of skulls that are lining up the entranceway. It's kind of strange. And Rune, this isn't like an undead thing, right? You've heard of the forces of darkness, though. I'm going to say Rune probably knows about this. The forces of darkness that build, you know, desecrations to things, right? By piling bodies up and desecrating once holy places. And what I'm going to do, guys, is there's actually a special module for this particular place. Because I didn't know if you guys were going to go here. I'll buy it, and then we'll do the extra stuff, right? We'll do the extra content around this particular area. I do see that the guy used to here. It looks like we have like a giant statue and stuff in here too. And this isn't.
That's gonna be sick.
This isn't in.
That's a mighty dwarf.
Did you guys have fun?
Get the
Hell
treasure.
yeah.
So
So we
that
found
means there must
something
be a
cool.
lot of treasure.
Scratch is
Yeah, well, I
about to
was
go.
trying-
Scratch is
Yeah,
about to
well-
go full loot goblin on this city. I'm telling y'all right now.
Hey, I'm hunting down for a magical scimitar or a magical item because we need something.
Boy,
for
did you just say
this
scimitar?
It's a
Yeah.
skitter. Skitter.
It's
Skimmer.
scimitar.
No, it's
The C
guitar.
is silent.
It's guitar.
That's okay. Scimitar sounds good. Let's skim the tar.
Yeah.
But seriously,
Oh,
I was
boy,
like,
isn't-
okay, if we are gonna get into a fight with the snake, I was like, oh fuck, we're gonna get into a TPK. Let me like get ready for a spare character.
Don't worry, guys. I have the solution. I have a vicious mockery cantrip.